Is there anybody listening? Is there anyone that sees what's going on? Do you hear me? Do
what are words for? Good morning. Welcome back to the Trailer Park. I am Chanda-Masta, and this is Hello Monday. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. It's technically it's a government holiday, as they call it, right? It's not a holiday for poor people. It's just a holiday for government workers, which reminds me of this time that the power company came and shut my power off on Memorial Day. Who the fuck knew they were even open? Like, live and learn. The poor will always get spanked. Doesn't matter if it's a holiday. How is everybody out there? You guys know I'm coming off of my 50th birthday weekend. It's been amazing. It's been a blast. You guys are so kind and so caring. The gifts, the donations, the wishes. It's been awesome. It's been a birthday to remember for sure. It's definitely been a milestone. So I normally don't go this hard for my birthday. Normally it comes and goes and it's just another day. But this one lasted a couple of months. So I had a great weekend. God, I got some amazing gifts. My daughter got me a beautiful watch, and let's see, what else did I get? I got a new phone, and I got a new camera, and I got a shadow cast, and the list just goes on. A new pipe, high-end joints, perfume, nice smelly stuff, you know, all the girly stuff. Happy 50th. Welcome to the aches and senility. Let me tell you, I can address both of those, but I woke up this morning, and, well, I got woke up this morning, and I don't know what the hell I did to my back. Like, I got up, and for the first hour that I was up, I couldn't even take a deep breath. Like, I don't know if I pulled a muscle, but it felt like it was in my lung. Like, I was like, great, this is what fucking 50 is? Like, seriously. Oh my gosh, so crazy. Yeah, anyways, I mean, what are you going to do, right? I mean, I'm relatively healthy for 50 too. So, yeah, if I'm hurting, there's no hope for anybody out there. Love the shade of lipstick this morning. Thank you, Kate. It is some cheap Wet n Wild. You know me, I don't spend a lot of money on makeup, and a lot of my makeup gets given to me by my girlfriends. Like, here, take this. So that's where I get it. Of course, that was a Missing Persons cover. Love Missing Persons. That was called Identity Theft, the band. How cool. I really dig that chick's vibe, right? And she nailed it. She sounded just like the original singer from Missing Persons. So that was great. What'd you guys think of our closer for Beauty and the Boomer on Saturday night? Oh my God, Oz just nailed it with that War Dogs cover, Pink Floyd. Ugh. I'm going to have to get that one just so I can re-listen to it whenever I want to. It was so good. And Oz did such an amazing job with Saturday's deck. Thank you to the Boomer for making it a birthday to remember. And happy belated birthday to Hawkified Linda. Her birthday was yesterday. So, yeah, Roar Media, we have the birthdays all in, well, a couple of us are in May, right? So how is everybody out there? Let me bring up some chats. You know, I forgot to even turn on my other chat. Let me get that one turned on. I still haven't got it wired, but I figured out how to do the overlay on my smart TV for the YouTube. So we're going to try that and see if it works. We got lots to talk about. Of course, the Libertarian Convention was this weekend, and oh my God, what a riot. What a riot. And Brother Pasta was there. You guys know he was just over on Hardlands Media giving Kit an update. I don't want Angelina Jolie's lips. Come on now. How does this thing happen? How does this happen? Okay, here we go. Now I just got to find me. How do I find me on YouTube? How do you guys find me on YouTube? Do you guys get notifications? Because I don't think you do. I know I don't get notifications on my own stuff, so. There we are. There's 20 of you watching over on YouTube. Woohoo! It's a Monday morning. Okay, so we got the chats up. I'm going to shout out the Rokfin first. What's up, Rokfin? We got Laura hanging out with Anna Maris and Kate. Kate, how's it going? Anna, I really appreciate your emails. Phil, you guys can reach out to me anytime you want. You know, I will BS with anybody. Copeland Morris, thanks for joining me. And who else was over there? Anna, Copeland Morris. I know Fred Edwards is probably hanging out somewhere. He normally is. Who's on the Rumble? Go Start's always first into the Rumble. I appreciate that. You know, it's so weird. We hit these stale patches with these platforms, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But algorithms, what can you do? Let's shout out to YouTube real fast. Red Angel, thank you so much for coming in. Popeye's here. Jilly Love, hey Jilly, you get the notifications. Okay, P Stuff says I get notified. Good. Thank God that YouTube is actually doing that. Hey Mariah's mom, good to see you. Steve Guy is hanging out with Vic. How's Vic? Desert Mantis is hanging out, and Cold Fusion Gaming, of course. Who is that guy? And Mastermind Hour. Good to see you, Mastermind Hour. Metal Martin, good to see you. And let's see, I got pop-ups. Go away, pop-ups. These damn programs you got to put on your computer, they constantly pop up. Midnight Karma, good to see you. Fingerman, hi Fingerman, good to see you. Did I get Midnight Karma? I did. Rich from Wisconsin's hanging out. And let's see, who was first in the chat? Not Popeye was first in the chat. Way to go, Popeye. Okay, Steve Wolfbrand, good to see you. Let's get this deck started. What'd you guys think of my new opener? Did you guys see it? Here, let me run it real fast. This was a birthday gift from Linda to me, and I absolutely love it. I just want to make it a little longer. So when she gets back from vacation, I will be putting in a request because, well, she does amazing work. Check this out. Oh, I'm going to fast forward it. Hold on. Well, that was annoying. It'll get there. Give it a second. I had just the original, but I don't know what I did with it. Here it comes.
Is there anybody listening?
Is there?
Is there anyone that sees what's going on?
Well, I know y'all saw what happened this weekend in Rafa. Did you see what's going on? Did you see the decapitated babies that have been blown up in tents? Yeah, that's us. That's what we do. Anyways, I love this opener. We're going to make it longer, though. I wanted to like my whole thing. It's great, though. That's AI Chanda. Linda is doing great work with AI Chanda. If you haven't checked out the Yum Yum from Saturday Night's Beauty and the Boomer, it is by far the best Yum Yum that Linda has ever done. She invited AI Chanda to join in the fun for that one, and it's great. It's great. It's about how they wanted to blow up the moon. Well, basically, they wanted to drop nukes on the moon because Russia got there first. And she just does a great job of bringing in history with some facts and making it, lighthearted and comical satire. I just love it. And they're just getting so much better. Oh my God. If you're not watching Beauty and the Boomer, you need to go follow Beauty and the Boomer. It is its own channel. A lot of people think that, I'm on just one channel like Trailer Park or vice versa. You got to follow all of them. I have multiple projects that I do. And I've got a new project that I'm working on for the summer with Aram. Aram's helping me out with this one. So I'm excited. We're going to bring some guests on. Yes, I'm going to start doing a guest show. You guys have been asking for guest shows forever, and honestly, I can shoot the shit with people, no problem. I don't know. I'm not nervous to do interview shows. I don't know what my issue is. I'll think about it and let you know. Let's see. Let's move this deck in here. You guys, my brain's not firing. I had a bad night. You guys know I have a family member that is what they call wasting and slipping into dementia. Well, already slipped. And so it was late night last night. And it's really hard. And, I don't try to share too much of my personal life when it comes to that. But when you're navigating the United States healthcare system, it is so frustrating. And I just shake my head and go, we have a whole generation of boomers that are aging out. They are statistically getting dementia and becoming senile a lot more than any previous generation. And we know why, right? But we don't have the fucking resources in our country to deal with this. A 3-year waiting list for homes? Like what? Where are these people supposed to go? How are we supposed to get help? It's just kind of pushed upon us, right? So, yeah, it's my brain's gonna misfire today. That's just the way it is. So, okay, let's get the deck in here. Which one's the deck? There we go. It's actually working. Yay! And then, am I on? Okay, I had to make sure I was on the right cue. There we are. Hey, Sinead. Sinead, right? And Grapentine just made it in. Good to see you. We haven't started the deck yet. I'm being slow this morning. Okay, here we go. Fair use. I'm on YouTube. You know what that means. I'm going to take an 18 and over strike today, or not a strike, but they're going to block me for 18 and over because of my closing song. But that's okay because it's so worth it. And besides that, I always mark my content 18 and older. I don't know why YouTube just decides later on that I'm 18 and older. Oh, I do. Because if they can squeeze an advertising dollar out of any piece of content that gets put on YouTube, they absolutely will. So suck it, YouTube. I don't care. These are my opinions, my criticisms, and I'm just going to say it the way I see it. If you'd like to help me out, it is the end of the month, and you know how the end of the month is at the trailer park. It is seriously kicking my ass. You know, each month I think it can't get much worse. It does. It does. This inflation is fucking crippling. And I know everybody's feeling it. Even if you are comfortable, you're feeling it when you go to the grocery store. So just imagine the people that were barely scraping by, how they're doing right now. They ain't doing. That's the whole point. If you want to buy me a coffee, there it is. You can buy me a coffee. Thank you to everybody who bought me a coffee on Friday's show. Those donations actually went to Roar Media, but that's fine. Roar Media, you know, covers all of our things when we're out traveling, and it's nonprofit. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Hey, Kurt Boss made it in. Good morning, Kurt Boss, or good day, whatever time of the day it is where you are. I need a remote, so I can just remote this stuff. Oh, this is Texas. Did you guys see? Okay, we always start out with the weather. If there's weather-related stuff to talk about, I always start out with the weather. Well, let's talk about Texas. Valley View, Texas. They were reporting it as a mass casualty event yesterday. I don't know if it was that, but there was a mass amount of people that were injured, and it was basically at a truck stop where people just evacuated and ran to that were along I-35. And if you've ever drove through there, I have drove I-35 all the way through Texas to get to Louisiana. And during this time of year, you know, it's tornado season, it's Tornado Alley, and every time I was out there traveling, I had an idea in my head where I would go. Because when you're driving long distance, man, those storms just come up on you. You don't know, you know. I've been through some crazy ass storms in the Midwest. And one minute it's 90 degrees and beautiful and sunny. And the next minute the sky is coming ripped apart. So they sneak up on you fast. Let's check this out. This is terrifying. It's going to be a little loud. I'm going to turn it down because, hey, tornadoes are loud. Let's see, where is it? I'll just turn the master down. There we go. Okay. Is that better? Can't imagine. You can't really see. They're inside of like a truck stop, a gas station, a quickie stop. Oh, I'd be terrified. I know it's hard to see. I think there is a few shots that you can. I mean, you're in the dark. Oh, how terrifying. How absolutely terrifying. And here's a video from the outside of inside that truck stop. Wrong mouse. There we go. Look, the whole side of the building's gone.
Everything is just toppled over.
How terrifying. But you know what they're going to say? Climate change is making it worse, so I don't know. Dorothy didn't have no climate change, and her ass was running from tornadoes too. So, how terrifying. That's how tell you one thing about the highways down there. They are some of the worst highways I've ever driven on. Look at that backed up traffic, man. I've actually seen trucks blow over in storms. I was in Utah once, and a major storm came up with tornadoes, and it was blowing 18-wheelers over on the interstate. You guys know I used to ride shotgun, long hauling, and that was so freaking scary. I mean, when you got to ride out a major storm in one of those 18-wheelers, you're just bouncing, man. I thought for sure we were going to flip that night, but we didn't. Lots of others did. And the State Patrol literally got on the CB, because everybody's got CBs if you're long hauling, and was screaming, "Get off the interstate now. If you have if you have an oversized load, get off the interstate." I've never seen them do that. Okay, let's talk about it. Fuck. This is the most, I mean, just when you think what they're fucking doing in Gaza can't get any worse, it does. It 100% does. I was sitting here yesterday morning, sipping my morning coffee, scrolling, Doom's book, and there it is. Rafah, tents being blown up and bombed with American bombs, little babies with their heads blown off. Yeah, these are refugee camps where UNRWA has these people going because we bombed them out everywhere else. So where else are they going to fucking go? I did not bring you guys the carnage. I didn't. There's a little bit of carnage in this one. I'm sorry, you're going to see a dead body, but at least I didn't bring you the ones where the baby has no head, or the one where the baby's skull is completely hollowed out and it's an empty face staring back at you. Yeah. And this picture right here, I got this morning, and that is just some of the casualties in Rafah this morning. When the ICJ or the ICC is like, "Oh, you need to stop attacking Rafah," what did Israel do? They stepped it up. So let's check this disgusting out. Ugh, so bad. Play. Those are tents. Those are tents. They're not homes. They're not buildings. They're tents.
هذه هي الصورة وهذا هو المشهد من خلف مؤسسات الوكالة في هيكل السلطان. هذه المنطقة التي ادعت إسرائيل بأنها حيث استهدفت طائراتها مخيما للنازحين.
Those are tents with babies and women sleeping in them. Aid workers. I don't know how anybody can look at this and not scream genocide. If you're not screaming genocide, you're intentionally refusing to look at what's happening. I don't care about Hamas. Was it all Hamas that were in there? Come on, no. I think I have a few more, but I didn't bring the bad ones. Yeah, here, let's bomb your home, leave you, the few people that have survived the bombing before, let's put them in a camp and then bomb their tents, because that's what America does. Shame on us. And you know what? You reap what you sow, and this is going to come back to us, and I promise you it's going to be on American frickin' soil. We are so high and mighty thinking nobody can touch us here at home. Yeah, we learned that the hard way during 9/11, but who actually touched us during 9/11? Some people say it was Israel. Just saying. Have you heard the video of the cock flight, the in-flight recorder where they have the Israeli accents, those 9/11 T words? Because you're not allowed to say the T word on YouTube anymore, right? How are we supposed to talk about anything truthfully if there's a catalog of words we're not allowed to fucking say? We had a catalog of words when I was a kid in school, and they were words like fuck. And yeah, you weren't supposed to say them, but we still said them. Now, the catalog of words is crazy shit like the S word, the R word, the T word. If you don't know what words I'm talking about, you haven't spent any time on YouTube lately. Okay, let's check out this one. I just want to get through this section. It's like a punch in the gut. I see my grandchildren in every one of those mutilated child's bodies. Turn it down a little. They got a lot of tin. You see that? Most of those tents in the camps are put up with what is it? Galvanized tin sheeting, tin roof, rusted, that type of stuff. Yeah, it's easy to bomb one of those, right? Shit. Our bunker busters will go right through that. No problem. Let's see. Rafa Holocaust. Thank you, Oz. Oz must have dropped that for me. Oz put a bunch of stuff on here for us. So, and I brought a bunch of holdovers from Beauty and the Boomer because we went a little long the other day. We had some stuff to talk about. Did you guys see this? This is Tel Aviv. Okay, so I want to show you the contrast of what is happening in Gaza, what is happening in Rafah, and what is happening to Israelis in Tel Aviv. And they are throwing a fit because, oh my God, a siren went off and they had to get off the beach. Oh. I don't feel bad for them. I'm sorry. I absolutely don't. The response has been so lopsided that I cannot muster any kind of empathy for Israel. Can you? Am I cold-hearted? Am I wrong here? I don't want to see any people being killed, bombed, especially over stupid dogma that's been taught to people their entire lives. But I don't have an ounce for these guys. I frickin' can't, right? Let's see. Oh, wrong one. Gaza's gas is worth $500 billion and everybody wants it. Yeah, everybody knows it. That's exactly what we're doing here, there, right? Just because Trump's not president, the quiet part's not getting said out loud, and that is that, hey, we go places, we bomb them, we take their resources. That's the American way at the end of the day. That's what we do. So sickening. So this pier, remember the humanitarian aid pier that we built just last week that was supposed to welcome in, usher in a ton of aid, so it made it easier to get aid into Gaza because, you know, the Israeli citizens are actually blocking the aid at the border that's supposed to go into Gaza. You know, we bomb them, but hey, we send them aid too. What was it? RFK Jr. said that the Palestinians are the most spoiled people on the planet. He actually said that. How disgusting. So, yeah, a week later, it washed away. What can you say? American built, right? This is the problem with American built. So let's check it out. I don't even know how many millions of dollars we spent building this, right? I can't remember. Was it 30 million or some shit? And it just floats away a week later. Totally American. Oh, yeah. But hey, it gave us an excuse to have American boots on the ground, American armed boots on the ground. Remember we saw that exchange on Capitol Hill the other day, last week before, about would this mean there would be American soldiers on the ground? And he was like, well, no, they'll be on the pier, like... Yeah, that didn't work out too well. I'm sure they'll fix it because we all know that goddamn pier wasn't built to bring in aid, usher in aid. That pier is out there so that way we can get the stuff we need in there and we can take stuff we need too, right? Like oil. Oh, it's so gross. It's about controlling the area, right? Gaza will never be the same. The Palestinian people, they want to run them into the Sinai Desert. And that's why Israel is so pissed off at Egypt. Because Egypt won't just open their doors and welcome them in. And Israel's like, well, you don't really got to take them in. You could just shove them in the desert and it'll be all good, right? That's the goal. That's what their goal has been for frickin' 6 months now. U.S. Army caught bringing military equipment in through the port it just built in Gaza. No way. Really? They did that? Well, we fucking called that. Let's see. Oh, it was a $300 million U.S. military port. Okay, so I did have a price. It was $300 million. That's crazy. Damn you all to hell. Yeah. American built, man. There you are. Do we expect anything less? No, we don't. Oh, Oz, what is this? This is creepy. Yeah, they are the fucking predator. I love this. This is a great reface, Oz. Oz doing some good work here. Let's see. Oz said, or Sarah says, the beheaded babies should draw the line for us all. They do. They fucking do. I am spitting mad when the first thing I saw yesterday morning was a beheaded 2-year-old. American actress Candace King shaken after seeing images of beheaded babies and babies burned alive in Rafah, vents her anger at those who remain silent. So this is actress Candace Kings goes berserk after seeing images of beheaded babies in Rafah. I completely agree with her outrage. Do you? Fuck yeah.
Beheaded baby! What the hell is wrong with you? I'm not talking about the Israeli government. I'm talking about you guys who are still silent because you don't want to lose your sponsor.
I know, right? It makes you so
People
fucking
are
mad.
burning right now. Their bodies. Can you imagine the smell? There were just rumors of babies being beheaded by Hamas.
Which we've
no
never
one saw
seen.
pictures.
Yeah,
These were just rumors, and the world went crazy.
yeah.
But there are photos and pictures of beheaded babies in Rafah.
Videos.
The beheaded babies should draw the line for us all. And if it hasn't drawn a line for you, you are
Fucking heartless.
you're cooked.
Yep. I agree.
You're cooked. I'm not crazy. You're crazy because you're not doing anything and you think this is normal. Me right now, this is normal behavior.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not acting normal.
exactly.
You can see that stuff and stay silent. You're crazy. You
Yeah.
should lose your mind.
You should.
In fact, if you're not gonna lose your mind, I urge you, unfollow me and freaking block me. Because
Oh, yeah, do. Good girl. I agree. Oz, awesome find. She totally embodied exactly how I felt yesterday morning, seeing what I saw, you know. And we've been seeing this. It's not like it was something new and shocking. It wasn't new and shocking. We see chunks of babies in boxes for the last fucking 6 months. But to see the beheaded babies being held up, oh yeah, but Hamas beheaded babies and raped everybody. That we've yet to see any video proof of that. The only video I have seen that came from October 7th was that doctored bullshit video that they released last fucking week where, yeah, there's a couple of injured ravers, but they lie about who they are, where they came from, and it's really not that extreme compared to what we've seen coming out of Gaza and what we've seen the IOF, the IDF fucking doing. So it absolutely is a lopsided response. I'm sorry. I don't care if Hamas killed 1,000 Israelis on October 7th. This fucking response is just beyond lopsided. Beyond. There's no excuse for it other than Israel wants what Israel wants, and U.S. is going to give it to them. Doesn't matter the cost, right? We have got such a fucking reckoning coming for all of us. The fact that our country sits here so self-righteous, so high and fucking mighty, and we just keep sending more bombs, and we keep sending more fucking money abroad to these damn wars that we don't want. The American public does not want these wars. We have been saying for 20 fucking years we don't want to be any more wars. But these criminal-owned fucking corporations, the military-industrial complex, and fucking DARPA, they have control of the steering wheel, and we have to go wherever they fucking want. When are we going to say enough? When? When do we say enough? When do we take to the streets and say, fuck you, we're not going to work, we're not buying groceries anymore, we're not going to do any of this shit anymore till you guys get us the fuck out of these countries and quit spending our taxpayer dollars to kill children in another goddamn country. We say we want to live globally, but we want to live globally as long as we are head of the Reich. And yeah, I'm just I'm fired up on a Monday morning. Oz, that was a great clip. Thank you so much for bringing that. Beheaded
What?
babies. We got to switch those to manual when we put them on the deck. You know, and it's not just Palestinians that the IOF and the IDF. What do we fucking call them anymore? They were the IDF my entire life. My first husband wanted to run off and join the IDF. Like, it was a big deal. And now they call themselves the IOF. You know, it's kind of like when they changed ISIS to ISIL, and you know, who can keep up with this bullshit? Anyways, look at what they do to Jews in what was this? Was this in Tel Aviv? I can't remember where it was, but it's over there. And these are Jewish people. See how they treat them. Because they're Hasidic Jews.
זהו, העסק יצא משליטה. העסק יצא משליטה. יש פה פצוע.
Okay, so I'm going to play that again. I'll turn it down a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys what's going on. Okay, so the IDF is walking up, and you see the guys with the yellow vests on, right? Those are not a part of the IDF. You see a couple of what looks like Hasidic Jews walking with a young boy, right? They're just trying to get past this crowd, and one of the assholes, one of these war pigs, shoves that older man. I mean, he had to be probably in his 60s or 70s, and he just fucking face plants, right? Do any of the IDF walk over to try to help him up after watching their buddy do that to him? No. The guy with the striped jacket on goes and tries to get him up. And this reminds me of what we saw here in the United States just a couple of years ago with our fucking pigs that attacked older people. Remember that one video where they shoved that older gentleman down and cracked his fucking head? And nobody got fired for that. Nobody had to answer to that. Yeah, these are just, I'm going to play it one more time. Okay, so boom. Who goes to him? You see
זהו,
who
העסק
goes to him.
יצא משליטה. העסק יצא משליטה. יש פה פצוע.
And then the IDF starts beating on anybody who walked over there to protect him or try to get him up. So fucking gross. Ugh. This deck is just pissing me off this morning. Okay, let's check this off. This is a Rathbone. Is that what he calls himself? Yeah, I think so. Rathbone.
Okay, well, the International Criminal Court prosecutor has issued an arrest warrant for you and your defense minister. That's a rogue prosecutor. Amnesty International has accused you of war crimes. That's a rogue NGO. Human Rights Watch, rogue. Oxfam, rogue. The OCHA, rogue, and apple juice hating. The International Court of Justice has just ruled that it is plausible that you are committing a genocide against the Palestinians. It's a kangaroo court, and it's also very rogue. Thank you. South Africa, they're a banana republic. The United Nations, they shredded their own charter. Right now, the International Court of Justice is issuing a verdict on your case. The trial was a sham. Just this week, Spain, Ireland, and Norway all recognized Palestine. They're all rogue countries. Virtually the entire world recognizes Palestine as its own state. Nuh-uh. But that's 146 countries. Misinformation. Even the U.S. government has admitted that you have not done enough to protect civilian life in Palestine. Everyone's gone rogue. If everyone's gone rogue, doesn't that mean that no one's gone rogue and you are rogue? What?
Ordered Cambodian genocide. Sent cruise missiles to Sudan, people died. Gave the orders to do drone strikes.
Yeah, Obama gave the order to do drone strikes. Yeah, exactly. They're all the rogue countries, not us, right? Not the G7s. No. They're a morally higher standard for sure. Let's see. In Gaza, bombs were thrown onto the tents where people took refuge. In Gaza, bombs were thrown onto the tents where people took refuge. They weren't thrown. They were fucking dropped, right? So disgusting. But we knew. I called this last week, right? When we were talking about the ICC, and we're like, oh, they're going to bomb the crap out of Rafah. This is exactly what they did. We knew it. We freaking knew it. This liar gets called out. They love to pretend that they do care about life, just not Palestinian life. So they get called out in real time for, being sociopaths. It is a sociopath that wouldn't care, right? Yeah, not a psychopath. Come on.
I don't think we're on the verge of the third world
Well, I
war.
think we are.
And we are in the middle of
particularly
third world.
with people who are behaving
Funny,
in the way
isn't it?
you
Yeah, very
are.
funny.
But it's funny, is it? It's funny. Do you know how many people get killed in a world war?
Oh, so you
I know
do
you're
care about people dying.
I said that at the beginning. I care about.
You're a hypocrite. If you cared about
Break
people
now.
dying,
Break
if you
now.
cared about people
Break
dying, thousands of people
now.
are dying today.
Break.
Break. I had to cut that so I don't get a strike for using that, whatever that music was in the background. Curb Your Enthusiasm, whatever. I love it though. As soon as he gets called out, he's like, go to break, go to break, go to break. Like, no, we can't be seen being owned on live TV. Well, you still got owned and we all saw it. So, so gross. Hacking, a lot of hacking going on. Did you guys see this? So yesterday, a disturbing alleged video of Ukraine hacking a local CBS New York broadcast, threatening to assassinate Trump supporters. Yeah, let's check this out. This is crazy. And I'm going to give you one guess at who's behind this. You already know who I'm going to guess, right?
On the west side. Tony, how's it going?
It is going great. Not on the water, but I'll tell you, it feels amazing just being out.
Planning to go to Trump rally, big one. Enemies of Ukraine will be punished.
I will own that war.
If we don't pay, are you still going to protect us? I said absolutely not.
An enemy of Ukraine is an enemy of America. Stay home, ignore the Trump rally, more into Ukraine.
Before us, connecting with the people who've had service members in their family or who have their own service, and we're just here celebrating that through music.
That's awesome. I know you've got kind of an abbreviated band here with you. Are you a full band? It's coming. They're all going to be part of the celebration.
Yeah, we break down into a number of...
Oh my gosh. So who do you think that was? Who do you think has the capability of hacking a CBS New York broadcast station? One guess. I'm going to say CIA. Because come on, how else would this happen? And if this was real and happened in America and it wasn't the CIA, they'd be all over this. Sorry, somebody's mowing right next to my house. I don't know why. I wish they'd come mow my yard, but hopefully it's not too loud. Yeah, I'm going to guess CIA via Israel or Mossad, but Mossad and CIA to me are the same goddamn thing, right? That's just their... European Operations Center. I mean, I don't see them as any different. They just have a different name. That's it. They're the same entity. They do the same shit. They do the, if anything, Mossad's worse, I think, than CIA. And that says a lot because CIA is so terrible. But that wasn't the only hacking that was going on in the world yesterday. So a Liberian hacker hacks into Israel's Channel 14 broadcast. Now, if you have followed anything, Israel's Channel 14 is their big propaganda channel. Like, that's where they, run all of the October 7th propaganda and shit like that. So let's check it out. I just thought this was funny. Like, good for them.
גם בפורים, عزتني مسمات الليالي فتراءى ببالي طيف آلام مري أبكتني صرخات الأيام وأنين
A lot of hacking going on in the world. So you can see all they did was hack in a prayer, right? Pretty sure that was just a prayer, but still good on them. That's funny. I'm sure it irritated the fuck out of Israel, and that's always good, right? At the end of the day. Let's see what Fee says. What does Fee say? I gotta move this light. It's in my way. Fee says, okay, so Eve Bartlett says, on a local bus, yes, simple travel without hired bodyguard is possible in Russia. Imagine that. Returning to Stevto's pool. A man noticed a pair of foreigners, myself and Fiorella Isabel, and shared his harvest of cherries. Oh my gosh, how sweet. And Fee says, yeah, and Eve Bartlett, and I don't need bodyguards after being in the Donbass multiple times. Imagine actually going to a place and existing like a normal person and reporting like a real journalist. Forget that we were there forget that was a thing these days. Yeah, actually going and reporting to a place that you're not sent with a bunch of bodyguards like CNN or any of these other talking head propaganda stations that have, fake reporters out there pretending to tell you what's actually going on, but just spewing a narrative at the end of the day. Rashida Tlaib, we had a lot of conventions this weekend, so we're going to cover a couple of different ones. We're going to start out with this first one, and this was the Convention for Palestine. I think it's the People's Convention for Palestine is what this was called, and they had sitting Congress member Rashida Tlaib as their speaker yesterday, and she did call Biden out for what it's worth. Do we think that it matters? Personally, I don't, but let's hear what she had to say. Let's see if she actually calls his ass out.
Y'all, welcome. Welcome to the most beautiful, blackest city in the country, the city of Detroit. I don't know if I need to remind you all, but Detroit, we birthed movements, not just labor movements. We birthed movements on environmental justice, on women's rights, and so much more. So welcome, gain strength from this amazing, beautiful black city that raised me. I don't need to tell you that you're on the right side. I don't need to. But I'll be damned if I wait 10 years before they apologize to all of you for doing what was right at this moment. Each year,
10 years,
our country, and I say our country because it is our country, sends billions of dollars to maintain an apartheid government and support the ongoing ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. It is disgraceful that the Biden administration and my colleagues in Congress continue to smear them for protesting to save lives, no matter faith or ethnicity. It is cowardly.
It's very cowardly.
But we're not going to forget in November, are we? The International Court of Justice just ruled that the Israeli government must stop its invasion of Rafah. But President Biden says what's happening in Gaza is not a genocide. Where's your red line, President Biden? You all, every single bullet.
Hunter snorted it.
Every single gun, every single weapon, bombs that we send is a sacrifice of our own schools here at home. Many of which, when I go into the schools, have garbage bags over their drinking fountains because they don't have clean water. President Biden, I hope you hear us loud and clear.
He don't care. He can't hear you.
Attacking the authority of the International Criminal Court and interfering in the legal process is nothing more than an attempt to prevent the genocidal maniac Netanyahu and his senior Israeli officials from being held accountable for those crimes against humanity. You are an enabler, President Biden. But wait.
You voted for him.
My colleagues are outraged.
And you're going to tell us to vote for him again.
Protests on college campuses in our country. They're more outraged than that, than the atrocities happening right now on the ground in Palestine, the war crimes. Y'all, there's no universities in Gaza. We all know this. We say it over and over again. And now, if they get their way, they're going to silence the universities here at home.
Oh, yeah, they're passing the bills. They're doing it. They're doing what they need to do. They brought in all of the heads of the Ivy League universities last week. I brought you those videos. They scorned them. They shamed them. How dare you not protect the Jewish students on your campus? Even though we all saw those videos, we know what was happening. They were peaceful protesters. A lot of the strife that we saw was coming from the Zionists stirring the fucking pot every goddamn time, right? Rashida, shut up. You're just going to tell us to vote for Biden in 2 goddamn months. And what's it going to matter? But you looked good this weekend, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Mike Lauer, he wasn't happy about this. He says Rashida Tlaib should be removed from Congress immediately. Associating with and speaking before groups that are funded by U.S. designated terrorist organizations is disqualifying. Okay, well, you're disqualified too because you're a foreign agent, according to the APAC tracker. And yes, I know, APAC tracker, we're going to talk about it. We got some problems here, guys. We got some problems. But are we shocked? We always have problems with these organizations. Every fucking organization that I went into and worked for in the last 10 years has always ended up top down, following the narrative for one reason or another, and this isn't any damn different. Here you are. APAC put out a endorsement of AOC, as Kit would say, and why? You didn't need to do that. No. The people that support the APAC tracker, we know about all of these guys. Don't think you're going to dupe us with this chick. And guess what? She's still getting APAC money. She's just getting it via the DCCC or the Act Blue, right? Because it all comes back around and through the back fucking door. Every goddamn time. So, let's see. Morally bankrupt outrage after pro-Israel group backs insurrectionist Republicans. Oh, no. You're blocked. APAC will block you. Have you been blocked by APAC yet? So many of our viewers have been. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys do a great job. Bitch-ass account blocks you for pointing out that AOC is bullshit. Watch out for this one. Yeah, I like their memes because they call out the amount of money that these sellouts that are taking, right? Let's just call them lobbyists because they're not elected officials. They're just fucking lobbyists at the end of the day, including AOC. And yeah, you'll just get blocked. So fight back. Don't let the APAC tracker get you down, right? At the end of the day, Indy, we love Indie News Network. Make sure you're following them. Indy says, let's see, I think that most of the left, including myself, will end up voting for Biden because it's better than Trump. Yes. And Indy responded, only if they want nothing to fundamentally change and to never be able to break the duopoly. Just say no. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck the Republicans. Happy Sunday and happy Monday, right? I am so with you. I was like, yeah, fuck them all, right? Because we've had some delusions this weekend. I mean, we had the Libertarian National Convention, right? Brother Pasta was down there. And people are just fucking delusional. Like, you really think a candidate that polls at 1 fucking % has got a chance against the duopoly? Okay, let's continue to play games. This is make-believe. We play make-believe at the end of the day. This came from Charlie. Actually, you know what? I had another one from Charlie that dropped this morning that I haven't even had a chance to upload yet. So let's play this one first, and then I might go grab the other one.
As I looked on, my mind went blank. I needed time to think, to get the memories from my mind. What did I see? I could not believe.
Yeah, shocking.
And what I saw that night was like a nightmare fantasy. Just what I saw haunted my dreams, like the inflections of a warped mind claiming victory.
Warped
now
mind.
In my dreams, it's always there. The evil face of Zion brings me to despair. 666, the number of the beast. Hell and fire is born to be released. As buildings blazed and sacred prayers were phrased, as they start to cry, eyes held to the sky. All through the night, the fire's burning bright.
White phosphorus.
The ritual has begun. Satan's work is done. 666.
Lankin. Yep, he deserves to be there.
Sacrifice is going on tonight.
Great work. Work week normies. Of course, that's Charlie ZXI. Please go follow. Doing amazing work. And like we say, 1,000 cuts, right? You know, just every time that they can put a video out like this, it reaches people. And I'm here for it for sure. Let's see. Oh, this was a holdover from Beauty and the Boomer. You can tell it's got the Beauty and the Boomer background, which is not going to be our background next show because we're going to Hot Summer Nights, which means we get a whole new deck and all new pictures. That'll be fun. We always have fun in the summertime. Let's see. This was probably this weekend. Claire Daly says, the crisis we see are a gauntlet for all of us. Confront the more violent world order that is emerging, standing up for peace, for neutrality, for decency, and for economic resources of our very wealthy world to be used to make people's lives actually safer. Oh my God, imagine that. Okay, let's hear from Claire.
The days of piecemeal reform are over. Nothing less than a radical break with the global system that subjugates us is going to count now. So the choice I leave you with, and we need to be clear on it, and it's a gauntlet for all of us. We can either fight on our feet or die kneeling. I don't think any of you want to die kneeling, and I certainly don't. So rise to the occasion. Confront a more violent world order. Stand up for peace, neutrality, for decency, and for the economic resources of our very wealthy world to be used to make the things that make people's lives actually safe. Tackling climate change, delivering housing, delivering on health, and delivering for ordinary people the world over.
For the world over, Claire. Let's see what Medea has to say. I don't remember what this is.
Hi, my name is Medea Benjamin, and there are no two politicians in the world that I admire more than Claire Daly and Mick Wallace. Whether it's Palestinian human rights, Latin American sovereignty, or neutrality for Ireland, they are always one step ahead of the rest of us. You wouldn't believe how popular they are in the United States. Their interventions in the European Parliament go viral on social media. So make sure you vote number 1 for Claire Daly in Dublin and for Mick Wallace in Ireland South. Do it for Ireland and for the rest of us.
If you get a chance to vote for Claire or Mick, you better be doing it. That's all I got to say. You best be doing it because, yes, we love them here in America. Why do we love them? Because we have nothing but spineless goddamn jellyfish as our elected officials. And they don't speak truth to power like these guys do. And that's why we love them. So, yeah, vote for Claire, vote for Mick.
The days of piecemeal.
I think we're going to see a big change. Oh, Oz, what the fuck? I've never noticed that before, Oz. Why does it look like the menorah? That's so crazy. That is crazy, right? The symbolism all over Washington, D.C., it's everywhere. You just got to open your eyes and you'll see it. How's my sound? I had to turn up a little bit. Now I feel like I'm too loud. Am I too loud? Let me know. I am tapping yellow. Let's see if I can turn it down a little. Mic check, mic check. Hopefully that's a little better. Mic check. Oh, it's not tapping out yellow anymore, but... Oh, always fighting the sound in with these clips. Hopefully my mic's not too low now. Okay, let's talk about it. A little what? A little too high, a little too low. Low, high. Come on, let me know where we're at. Let's see. This is Trump. Okay, so the Libertarian Convention was hilarious. I got to say it was the most entertaining thing that we have seen all goddamn month. And, of course, you had former President Trump that went in there trying to seek the endorsement. He wasn't well received. You had RFK Jr. and his Shmuley worm. Actually, I didn't see Shmuley, but he doesn't go anywhere without that worm, right? There. And we're going to cover all of it. Of course, Brother Pasta was there getting interviews real time. So let me throw a few wrenches at you guys. I don't know how you guys not have wrenches. There you go. Now you're wrenched up. And yeah, we'll break it down. We'll start out with Trump and how he was received, what he said, and then we'll just move on through all of the interviews that Brother Pasta did. I brought them all, most of them anyways, except for the guy who won. Who won? Chase. It just left my mind. It'll come to me. Let's hear what Trump had to say.
That's nice. That's nice. Only if you want to win. Only if you want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Thank you, D-Roy. Thank you. No, only do that if you want to win. If you want to lose, don't do that. Keep getting your 3% every 4 years. The reasons for doing so.
Trump called him out. Trump trolled them. That was fucking hilarious. He showed up. He said, yeah, keep voting for these no-names, and you'll keep getting 3% like you have for decades, and third parties will mean nothing like they have for decades, and they booed him. But he did have something to say that a lot of the libertarian supporters liked, and of course that is that he is going to free Ross Albright if he is elected, right? Okay. Well, I just want to say, bullshit, you used car salesman. You loved WikiLeaks in 2016 too, and you didn't do shit to protect Julian Assange, just like you won't do shit to free anybody. We know it, not unless they pay you. What did he have to pay? Like, I'm trying to think. You had to pay like $3 million if you wanted a pardon. Is that how much he was selling pardons for? It was either 3 or 7 million, right? The Trump administration actually sold pardons on his way out the door. But let's hear. Yeah, he's getting booed. This man is a political genius. He could have said that at the start, but he allowed them to boo him and then cheer for him. Now they're confused because the guy they're booing is the only one who can fulfill their dreams. And we'll talk about who Ross is, but let's hear him getting booed.
And if you vote for me on day one, I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time.
Free Ross!
He's already served 11.
So, yeah, he's already served 11 years. I've known about Ross for a long time. I've actually even covered it. I think we did a deep dive like a couple of years ago on Silk Road. And there was a really great documentary. It was on YouTube, but, you know, YouTube's cleaned off so much. That really broke down what he did. And what he did was he gave capitalism the big fucking finger and government regulatory agencies and said, fuck that. We're going to have a fair and free market and you can't stop it. And that's exactly what he did. And yeah, some illegal things were getting sold, but that didn't matter, right? I mean, you didn't take the founder of Craigslist down because things were getting sold on there that they didn't like, right? So it's actually a pretty sad story because this kid had his shit together, smart as fuck too. His family didn't see it coming. They didn't know why. He definitely deserves to be pardoned, right? So this is Ross Albright. Is it Bridge? He founded the website Silk Road. He was given 2 life sentences plus 40 years. 2 life sentences plus 40 years. Ghislaine Maxwell, was given 20 years for sex trafficking children to politicians and celebrities that we still don't know who they are to this day. That should tell you everything you need to know about this government. Yeah, we've been saying that when it comes to the Julian Assange case for fucking ever, right? He calls out war crimes, American war crimes, and he's the one sitting in jail. That's the way it always works. So, but Trump was smart. Trump had a plan. Trump's a used car salesman. He will always tell you what you want to fucking hear. He walked into that convention knowing exactly what he was going to tell those libertarians to try to get some of the vote. And you know what? He probably did pick up some of the vote, would be my guess, right? At the end of the day, I'm sure some of them are going to have no choice to vote for him because Chaz, God damn it, Chaz. Tell me who it was that won the nominee. It's left my brain because I'm tired this morning. I want to say Chaz Bono, but I know it's not Chaz Bono. That would be funny, though, right? That actually would be predictable. Okay, let's hit some of these. Let's hit some of these interviews that Brother Pasta did. If you didn't know, he stopped by Chaz Oliver. Thank you, Oliver. I don't know why. I just want to say Chaz Bono. It's Chase Oliver, right? Chase Oliver. Okay, this is Pasta. This was right after Trump gave that speech, and this was a reaction out in the hallway. Pasta, great job of getting out there, getting on the ground. And Pasta took a lot of shit, guys. People are like, you're supposed to be the election integrity guy. I thought you were done with electoral politics because it's so broken in our country. What do you even bother going to these conventions for? Because he's a fucking journalist and he's asking goddamn questions. It doesn't matter his personal opinion. He's there to bring you information. Why would you question him for that? Yeah, people have just got their brain broke when it comes to actual journalism.
Maj, what'd you think of the speech?
I thought it was cool.
Yeah?
I think that regardless of whether he's lying or not, doesn't matter. His following has been introduced to liberty ideas that will expand their thought process. That's the law. I've been saying this the whole weekend. The law of exposure. Those followers that he has have now been exposed to Ross, have now been exposed to insert whatever, all of the liberty ideas. He's up there saying, whether it's true or not, he's up there saying, hey, I'm Donald Trump. I'm actually kind of a libertarian.
Yeah.
His followers are going to, who's Ross? Who's Ross? Who's that? Why are all those people in there screaming free Ross?
Yes.
His followers are going to say, who is libertarian? I never heard of this person.
Yeah.
And then they'll go type in, who is libertarian, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. My point in saying that is they're that shifted in the Overton window because of the person that they follow is saying things and they have to come here. Now, will libertarians vote for him? Has he turned over this following in this room? We don't know.
Yeah.
We have no idea. We don't know. And it's not for them to decide. It's for his following that he's speaking to, that he's exposed new ideas to, that he needs our movement in order to come and communicate with. The Overton window has shifted.
Yeah. Were you happy with the results for the chair getting reelected today?
Absolutely.
Yes. I thought it was a genius idea.
These are historic things that have never happened before, and Angela has done them.
Yeah.
With grace, dignity, strength, while nursing. So beautiful.
Definitely.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you, Maj. You have a good day.
That was a great interview. Yeah, I do think that some of the Trump supporters will be like, who? And maybe look it up. So, yeah, that is spreading the word. But at the end of the day, come on. Is this going to be enough of a shift of the Overton window to just give Trump that push up the hill? I mean, he already is beating Biden by, some places double digits. So, yeah, I don't know if this is going to work out the way it was planned or not. But Mr. Worthless Eater, I want to shout you out because, yeah, you're absolutely right. Remember that hacking story we just talked about where Channel 14, Israel's Channel 14 got hacked? He says more like Mossad hanked that station. You're probably right? So they could be like, oh, look at what the terrible Libyans did to us. They hacked our station. And that way it just drives more hate. So I can see your point on that. You're probably absolutely right. It probably wasn't even an actual hack at the end of the day. Don't believe anything you see. If we haven't learned anything in the last 10 fucking years, don't believe anything that you see. I love this. Dave Smith just laying it out. Kind of calls the libertarians out like, you guys are kind of stupid because you should have done this. But let's hear what Dave Smith had to say. This was the final night at the Libertarian Convention. And I got this from Chief Nerd. I like Chief Nerd. I follow Chief Nerd.
I woke up this morning to the coolest thing that's ever happened in the history of the Libertarian Party. And I will, if I'm being completely honest, as Donald Trump was speaking last night, if I had control of how everybody acted, my plan was kind of like, be respectful till he says something, like don't boo him before he even gets to the mic, and just wait till he says something really bad, which he will, and then boo that. But I gotta say, it worked out pretty good because I woke up this morning to reports in the New York Times, the Washington Post, Reuters, the Associated Press, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, and the BBC, and they all said different versions of the exact same title. Donald Trump tries to appeal to libertarians, and they hate his fucking guts. And I think that's pretty cool.
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, they did boo Trump. I brought that clip just so we can hear it again. Of course, this is right when he got on stage.
That's nice.
He's used to this, though. It's like a WWF bullshit, you know?
Only if you want to win.
Only if you want to win. That's what he says. Only if you want to win, because the rest of you are losers, as Trump would put it. So Craig Pasta, Jardula reposted this. It says, looks like a heartening news from the Libertarian Party convention. Angela, LNCC chair. So she was the chair, negotiated the release of Ross with Trump's team. Read that again. Angela got Trump to agree to free Ross should Trump get reelected. So good job. I'm glad that there's some people in the Libertarian Party and that are using a little bit of leverage, or we're using leverage coming into this convention to get Trump to talk about some things that, you know, he normally wouldn't give a two shits about or support at the end of the day. But I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'm an Assange activist. I saw firsthand. I love WikiLeaks. Remember that? Remember his whole fucking peace sign bullshit? Yeah, what did he do? He allowed Pompeo to fucking prosecute. He allowed Barr to go after him. The CIA was tapping everybody that was in contact with Assange. So shut up. Shut the fuck up. Nobody believes you except for the people who already believed you. I think that the Overton window little clicks are pretty well set. Like, we're in ours, right? We're in ours. And what's ours? Fuck the whole system. We see it for what it's worth. That is where our little clique is. So Republican Thomas Massey was there. Of course, he's anti-war. And that's the biggest thing I took away from this. The libertarians and even Chase Oliver. At least he's anti-war. At the end of the day, he doesn't want to keep killing children. And that's what we need. We need some level-headed people to say, stop this. So let's hear Pasta talking to Massey. You guys, I only brought you like maybe 4 minutes of clips combined of what Pasta did. Pasta did hours and hours and hours of streaming. So if you're interested in seeing what happened, go watch Pasta's channel.
Thanks.
May I ask? Sorry. All right, so you said that...
Sorry.
Who you with?
Just say
Pasta
with Pasta to go.
I'm an independent journalist and whatnot,
okay.
You know. All right. Nice to meet you, Congressman. So you said that Donald Trump was one of the most anti-war president in your time. However, a lot of people in my group don't like his Latin American policy. A week before he was out the door, he labeled Cuba a state sponsor of terrorism. There's a lot of colleagues on your side of the aisle that are for keeping these sanctions and all this pressure on the Cuban government, despite them having a new leader. What is your position on what we should do when it comes to Latin America? And would you recognize that a lot of the reasons we have so much migration to the border is our foreign policy?
Oh, good question, Pasta.
I'm not going to blame our foreign policy on illegal immigration. I mean, part of the
APEC's
biggest
gonna
reason we
run
have
you
illegal
off the hill,
immigration
whatever.
in this country is Joe Biden is inviting them. I mean, they're being promised free
Okay,
benefits.
it's kind of true. They are getting
amnesty, all
benefits.
of
The
these
UN
other
gives them a
things.
card before they even get up here.
So, no, I'm not going to blame.
You don't think 100 bases in Latin America is a reason why stealing their
Or
resources
the School of the
is sending
Americas
so
and the
many people to the
coups that
border?
we've pulled.
No, that's not the reason. I mean,
That's not
I
the
do think we
reason.
should get the CIA out of Central and South America.
Thank
I
you.
do think we should
That's a
end all
start.
of the sanctions on Cuba.
Yeah.
Those are just sane things to do. But blaming our foreign policy or blaming immigration on our foreign policy is almost as in Central America, I think is almost as ridiculous as blaming global warming on the illegal immigration. Our policies in this country, Joe Biden's policies, are causing that illegal immigration right now.
So why was there so much immigration before
Throw
Joe
the
Biden?
baby
There was a
out
lot of
with the
immigration
bath
when
with
Donald
this
Trump
guy,
was the
man.
president, when Ronald Reagan was the president, and
Yeah.
there are 100 bases in Latin America.
Well,
We say
have
Iran
welfare.
Contra?
I mean, you got welfare benefits. I don't blame people for wanting to come to this country. We've got
Don't
better
even
schools,
get me
we've got
fucking
better
started
jobs.
on welfare benefits, you Republican
know.
piece of fucking shit.
Gotcha. Well, thank you. That was
All
my
right.
question. That was
Oh.
my question. Do you believe that Cuba should be labeled a state sponsor
yeah,
of terror?
he's pro
Or
Assange,
do you
but I
think that
don't-
we should pull that designation off them?
I would not label any.
To think there's actual
country a
welfare
state
queens
sponsor
right
of
now
terrorism,
is so
because
fucking
right now we've got a
delusional. Just
global
goes to
war
show
on
how out of
terrorism.
touch he is with the poor in
Basically,
this country.
the ability to go to war with any country that gets that label, or to put sanctions on those countries. The other foolish thing is once you start sanctioning countries, they quit using the dollar. And that's the last hat trick we have
That's
to
true.
deal with our debt, is to inflate the dollar and take the reserves out of those sovereign banks without even making a withdrawal, by deflating the dollar. So the sanctions don't make sense.
They never have.
Defining them
And
as
they
state
only hurt
sponsors
the
of
poorest
terrorism,
and
that
most
only gives the
vulnerable of the
executive
country.
branch more power, because there's a whole host of things then that a president can do without Congress once they get that designation. So no, I wouldn't make that designation.
There's a lot of people here who want you to be the Speaker of the House. Do you want the job? I mean, because I think as a
Does he think he's
leftist, a lot
Moses
of people
too?
say that this guy's the most common sense. He's the most practical out there. Do you want to be the Speaker of the House if you have the opportunity to do so?
I don't want to be the Speaker of the House. If we can't find somebody else that'll do it, I would do it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. If this guy cannot see how Americans' foreign policy has affected immigration into our country, no, I don't want him to be speaker. And yeah, you guys are right. He's good on a few things, right? He's good on Assange. He's been good on anti-war. I appreciate that, but to say that we have a welfare problem in this country, what the fuck are you talking about? The corporate welfare is our biggest fucking problem. It ain't no welfare queens collecting money that's killing this country, I promise you. Not the $400 they get a goddamn month to, pay their rent. That's $1,200. Shut up already, dude. Okay, Vivek Ramaswamy was there too. Pasta did a long interview with him, from what I understand. I didn't watch the whole interview, but I did bring you a clip from it. Pasta's just doing the rounds, right? They're like, who are you with? Who are you with? Like, he's with Pasta to go. That's who he's with. Come on, play.
How you doing? Craig Pasta Jardula, Independent Media. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So you've
Is that what
pushed.
it's called, Independent Media? Or?
Well, no, it's Pasta to Go. That show over there.
Oh, nice. I love it.
Gotcha. Trying to get a little Anthony Bourdain,
Okay,
show some food and whatnot.
I love that.
So
I
my
love
question to
that.
you is
I
this.
can't look you in the
talked about
face, but I love that.
Do you have any evidence whatsoever that an
Vivek's
immigrant
pretty
has
tall, 'cause
exchanged
Pasta's
their
kinda
vote,
tall.
which they can't even vote
Pasta's as
anyways
tall
for
as me.
citizenship when you push replacement theory?
I didn't push anything. So what I believe, though, is that it has been part of the Democratic Party's longstanding vision to use large-scale illegal immigration as a way of acquiring long-run voters. And the best evidence for that is the fact that many of those people who did enter the country
that's one
illegally
reason.
are on a path
There's
to
multiple
actually vote in
reasons.
elections, are on a path to citizenship, which allows them to vote. And so my view is there is an alignment of incentives here. It's no accident. It's not a coincidence that most of the people in the Democrat Party who favor open border policies are also the same people in the Democratic Party who are opposed to voter ID requirements in order to vote. I don't think that's a coincidence,
that.
and I think that
That's
reflects
true.
incentives.
I used to be one of those
But
dumb
what
dimps that
evidence
was
do we have,
like,
though?
no
What
voter
evidence do we have that they
ID.
would vote
I have
Democrat
to
in the
show
first place?
fucking
A lot of
ID
these
to
people
take
who are
a
coming
shit
across
in
the
this
border
world
are very
anymore.
religious.
Come
They're not going to really go play into the LGBT community and whatnot. And we don't have any evidence.
So just because you have a plan doesn't mean it's going to be an effective plan. I actually agree with you that many people who are coming to this country share deeply foundational conservative values, pro-family
They do.
values,
They do.
pro-country values. And so it's my view that in the long run, just because they've laid that plot out doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to succeed for them. But I do think that understanding an
Nothing ever
actor's
succeeds for
incentives,
them.
when somebody tells you they're going to do something, it's in their incentive, or at least they believe it's in their incentive to do it. It's important to connect those dots and understand that. Now, my view is if you enter this country illegally, you should be returned to your country of origin. And if you want to enter this country legally, if you have something actually to tangibly add value unambiguously to this country and you embrace the values of this country, we should have an efficient legal path for people to enter. I think both of those things are deeply compatible. And so that's where I'm coming from.
Quick follow up. Just no quick follow up.
His security's going to take Pasta out. Like, nope, you're done. You got one question. You're out of here. Every interview needs to start with, are you a Zionist? Abso-freaking-lutely peace stuff. That I'm going to send that to Pasta. I'm going to see like, hey, next time you're on the ground, can you just ask, are you a Zionist? Anyway, Pasta doesn't do that because he actually wants to have a conversation and get them on the record on a lot of these things. But if it was me, I'd just be like, Zionist? I promise if I ever get on the ground, I will do that for you. I'm fearless when it comes to that. Okay, let's get to goddamn RFK Jr. Why did he think that it was going to be a good idea for him to go in there? You know, he's really thinking that he can break the duopoly if he just steals enough votes from the left and the right, and they all come to him, right? But the problem is the right really don't like him, and the left that is going to support him is already supporting him. And there are a lot of Bernie people. I gotta say, Bernie people, I just want to grab you by the shoulders and shake you. Wake the fuck up. I told a friend of mine, I wish I could zap into your brain everything terrible I know about him, because then you would not be constantly wanting to support this guy. Anyways, let's hear what, is this a video? Oh no, it's just a picture. So Joe Biden hates black people, aka a real Nico House, says, damn libertarians just joined the GPC, the Genocidal Party Club. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. It's just the Genocidal Party, right? It's not duopoly. It's not, we just have the Genocidal Party. Oh, are you left or right of the Genocidal Party? That's exactly how we're going to put it from now on. Okay, I think I did bring a video. I did. Now, I didn't see his schmooly worm actually on the ground with him, but you know he was there by the shit he was saying. Let's hear.
Lukewarm applause.
I'm not sure I got this video from. Peter Coffer. I think I got it for Peter Coffin. Peter Coffin, probably. So that was him when he got up there, right? So Trump got like, what, 2% of the vote? Pasta has the breakdowns on it. And RFK Jr. came in under that with like 1%. I don't think the Libertarian Party was buying any of this bullshit. It was historical that these candidates came in and were vying for, you know, these endorsements or nominees. But the only reason they were there is because they got nominated at the end of the day. I think like, percentage-wise, by the amount of delegates that were there, you could have put Trump and RFK Jr. together, and they only got 3% of the delegates. So you could have gone in the Democratic Party and probably done just as well or better at the end of the day. So vote for Joe, not the psycho. Oh, my God. Billboard near Malago. Thank you, George Conway. I don't know George Conway, but psycho. What are you talking about? Joe is a psycho. He is having babies murdered. Like, that's psycho to me. And we won't even talk about his past and his history, right? I came across a crazy video today, and I haven't brought it because I can't verify it. Now, if I can't verify it, I don't bring it. But it was a woman saying how her and her boyfriend were essayed by Hunter and Joe Biden, and that they've been using her bank accounts to traffic or to launder money. Like, it's the craziest story. I'm like, wait a minute. Hunter would have only been like 10 years old if that was the truth. So, but she seemed really legit, and she had a lot of papers to back up what she was saying. So you just never know, man. You never know what's real, never know what's fake. Okay, so I got this from Kim Iverson. This was a holdover from Beauty and the Boomer, but I thought worth seeing. I think this is her interviewing Jill Stein, and she throws her support behind Jill Stein, which I haven't came right out and said I'm going to vote Jill Stein, but at this point, it's going to be Jill Stein or De La Cruz. There's nobody else worth even, if I even vote, what's the fucking point? What is the point? What is the point? You guys tell me what the point of voting is while we watch this, and we'll think about it.
This is the moment. And if these other candidates cannot, they're unable, they're unwilling. And that to me is absolutely 100% a deal breaker, which is why I intend to vote for you this coming fall. You are the person that I am going to be voting for. And I know a lot of people who are with me on that feel like this is a red line and that you are the only option out there right now. And also, you know, and I swore on, and this is how much of a red line it is for me. I swore off the Green Party. You know, I swore off the Green Party after the vaccine, after they came out so hard about the vaccine mandates, saying that they wanted mandates and they were really crazy about that. But I know you were against the mandates, which is what makes me feel comfortable.
Jill was against it.
And so I will go against even what I said about the Green Party, and I will vote for you this fall because I am so, that to me it's a red line. How could I ever stand with anybody that I think is immoral? And to me, it is deeply, deeply immoral to watch children be slaughtered.
Yeah.
And to continue to deny that. It's deeply immoral.
And what we're doing in Gaza and Palestine, because it's not just Gaza, you know, it generalizes, you know, and it's international law that we are overturning here, and it's human rights. And this doesn't stay in this doesn't stay in Gaza, so it's like, as Gaza goes, we all go. Are we going to stand up and defend international law and human rights here? Because it's clearly against international law, and it's not only the genocide, it's the ethnic cleansing. It is the occupation, which is against, UN resolutions after resolution. And it is the apartheid state of Israel that are all against international law. So we can't allow this to go on.
Guys, thank you for watching this clip from the full Kim Iverson show, which you could catch.
Thank you, Kim. She's got a point there. Yeah, Howie was a freaking clown, right? I'm friends with Howie, and I couldn't bring myself. I did vote for him. I did, because who else was I going to vote for in 2020? I definitely wasn't voting for Biden. I sure in the fuck wasn't giving it to that clown Trump. So I did give it to the Green Party, not based on Howie, based on the fact that I wanted to see a third party get a higher percentage in an election. That was the only reason. I was not voting for Howie. I knew he didn't have a snowball's chance in hell. That guy doesn't even have a spine, I swear to God. We would have been better with David Keith Cobbs as their nominee than Howie. But, we know that there was some clownery that went down at the Green Party's convention in 2020. Do we expect anything less? No, that's what these duopoly parties do, because there's a lot of people that have flooded into the Green Party that came from the Democrats, and they're trying to make it in the Democrat image, right? When I went into my local Green Party after I'd had it with the Democrats right after the convention in 2016, guess who was holding the bank account for the Green Party? That's right, the Democrats. Yeah, the local Democrats actually controlled the local Green Party where I'm at. And so therefore we don't have a Green Party here. They're like, oh, well, unless you want to build one, go ahead and build one, but you'd have to get, a new sponsorship, new endorsement from the national, blah, 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 blah. It was just not even fucking worth it. I went and met the Green Party elders for Washington State and Seattle, and they were so cliquey. It was like, what? You guys should have opened your floodgates and let all of those Democratic Bernie supporters right into your party and embrace them. But you didn't. You stayed cliquey. It was such bullshit. And I might vote for the Green Party again, but we know it ain't going to go nowhere at the end of the day. And you guys know, I personally, every encounter I've had with Jill Stein in person hasn't gone well. She's kind of stuck up, for a lack of a better term. But that doesn't mean I won't vote for her. At the end of the day, I am not voting for any of these genocidal maniacs. I will not put a mark next to somebody who does not admit that this is a genocide that we are supporting. So Nico House had a conversation with Jill. Let's hear what they had to talk about. I like Nico's little setup here. This is cute graphics. Come on, play.
So my view, and I say I have never endorsed mandates. I've always held the position that people need to be persuaded. It's Orwellian to force people to take medicines or have things injected into their bodies. So that is my basic feeling, as a medical doctor, that we should not be in the business of mandating medical treatments. That said, we need good science, and we need science that is separated from big pharma, from medical institutions, from basically profiteering and health insurance and all that. We need a firewall.
So basically what you're saying is, there's a lot of court cases going on right now. All those court cases where teachers were fired because their religious values weren't being respected. Teachers were fired because, police officers and public service members were fired. Even nurses were fired without pay. Basically, you're saying that you would effectively take the side of those who are trying to seek compensation for being wrongfully fired for mandates that should have never existed.
She's like, oh yeah.
That, yes. Now I haven't sat down and written a position, but just hearing that offhand, it seems like a no-brainer. That would be my.
Oh, there's a lot. It's almost too. It's one of the. It's like it's specifically happening in New York, and it's almost too much to keep up with.
Yeah, I wish somebody on the ground was actually following some of these cases more than, just a few blimps that we get, because this is a major fight, right? I mean, in real time, during the mandates and during the lockdowns, we were like, how can they do this to us? Well, what course of action do you have? It's to sue. How long does it take to sue? fucking years, especially when you're going after the damn government or some of these huge corporations that are protected by the government. And so I wish we had more information on that, because Americans need to see that we can stand up and we can fight back against this government. We just have to come together to do it. And we have to weaponize what they weaponize, and that is the justice system against them. I think that's the only course we have, right? What courses do we have as Americans to implement change? We got ballot initiatives and we got the justice system. Those are the only two that we can really manipulate, that they have to stick to the letter of the law when they're implemented. So, that's why I tell people, the only way we're going to change this is not going to be at the ballot box. It's not going to be electing any of these fucking talking heads, these corporate sponsored, idiots. It's going to be us in the streets. It's going to be us pushing for these changes. Ballot initiatives do work. They do work. And, I forget a lot of times that that's where it's at, but it's a lot of work on the ground. It really is. So I commend all those people that are in their local area doing the work to push ballot initiatives. We wouldn't have legal weed in Washington State if it wasn't for a ballot initiative. We wouldn't have insurance and healthcare coverage, also known as Apple Healthcare, for the poorest in Washington State if it wasn't for a ballot initiative. So yes, lawsuits and ballot initiatives, that's how we get it done at the end of the day. And it takes people like me getting off my ass and getting back out there to support these measures. And I do. Anytime there's a healthcare one, I'm there. I'm fighting for it. But the Republicans, they're fighting for you too. This is fucking hilarious. So get this. A message from the House GOP headquarters. Election day is on the horizon, and it's time to double down on election integrity. House GOP leaders are assembling a team dedicated to making sure that our elections are secure and trustworthy. Yeah, trustworthy is not a word I use when I describe American elections. Election Integrity Advisory Board is doing vital work to restore integrity to our elections. You're invited to become a member. Will you join? We believe that the securing the integrity of our elections is critical to the success of our country. Americans need to be able to trust the election process, and this board is crucial in advising House GOP on how to do that. Join the Election Integrity Advisory Board and help the House majority secure our elections. Take a survey. What do you guys think of this? You think the Republicans are going to bring us back secure and trustworthy elections? I just had to laugh. Shut up. Get out of here. You're not fooling any of us. Let's see. I was once willing to give my life for what I believe this country stood for. Today, I would give my life to protect my family from what this country has become. Absolutely. What has our country become? This scary old lady. That's what our country has become. Yeah, that is right there is the epitome of a proud American, Miss Nancy Pelosi. Guess who's voting by mail this year? God damn it, Ruth. You just will not go away, will you? She could have gone away. She could have retired, and the Democrats could have appointed a judge. But no, Biden didn't make her do that, so she didn't go away. When you vote Democrat and refuse to look at what's happening, yeah, you get more mail-in ballots from Ruth Boehner. Oh my gosh, she's a hero to the Democrats, isn't she? I've seen freaking t-shirts and coffee mugs and oh my God, all of the feminist extremists that I know, they freaking worship her, I swear. They're probably sacrificing chickens to freaking Ruth in the backyard, not Moloch anymore would be my guess. Oh, this one's going to get me hit. That's okay. We had this one with Joe Biden over on Beauty and the Boomer, but this is more fitting. I think this is definitely more fitting. So Florida Rep Brian Mast makes jokes about R-wording a 15-year-old girl. Yeah, this was a year ago. Oh, no, this was only 2 months ago. This was March of 2024. And let us not forget that this guy has taken well over $500,000 from AIPAC. And, yeah, he's the one who dresses in the Israeli uniform to go to work at Congress every day. Yeah, that's the guy. But he represents Americans' best interests. Too funny. Okay, let's talk about the economy. Who wants to talk about the economy? I'm living the economy. I know you're living the economy, but look, millennials getting their first homes. What do you guys think? Aw, so nice. So nice. Oh, you actually got a shed. I bet that cost you, what, $400,000 for a little shed? I bet you the Little Tykes castles are going for at least 100K now, right? 100K for a Little Tykes. The resale on these are insane. Let me tell you. When my kids were little, they had every single one of these little tyke fucking playhouses, the little cars, the kitchen. We had one that was a garden that was really cute. And the kids loved them when they were little. But then I was relocating to Louisiana and I wasn't going to drag a whole U-Haul of little tyke shit across the country. So I just listed it for sale. And this was back before the internet sales, right? You had to use the local white pages or whatever to sell crap. I made over $1,000, I think, just selling that used crap. Like, hold on to your little tykes if you got some, because you might need it to survive here in a couple of years. That's the only way I see it. Okay, this is crazy. I brought this because I knew Jimmy would laugh at this because it's kind of funny. So this older couple and this younger couple get into a road rage incident, and the younger couple got out of the car thinking that they were going to go back and beat those old people's asses, but that's not what happened. Check this out. This will make you smile. I love Granny. This is exactly what I would be doing. I'm going to say South Beach. Look at Granny. Granny whopping that girl. She got her night dress on and everything. She's down on the ground today. Oh, Grandma's throwing fists. It's like, please, just get off me. Just get off me. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, you fucked around and found out. I don't know if those were boomers or Gen Xers, but man, they taught him a few things like don't get out of your car unless you're willing to take an ass whooping. Go Granny. I just love how she's out there with her silhouette and her nightgown, you know, her night dress, or what do they call those, house dresses? Yeah. Too funny. It's bad shit crazy in America, but we can laugh at it. And yes, that's definitely 100% Florida. That's probably South Beach or, you know, I don't know Florida that well, but I would have to guess it's Florida. Let's see. Severe turbulence is set to get even worse thanks to climate change. Oh, of course. Scientists warn as passenger is killed and multiple injured on a UK flight to Singapore. Is this another one? Did we have two major turbulent things last week? Because I remember reporting on one last week too. Let's see. Global warming is making turbulence worse for planes, resulting in more sudden and violent cabin movement, as seen from the Singapore flight SQ321, which led to the death of 73-year-old British man, Gregory Kitchen. That's sad. From his injuries that he sustained, the turbulence. The university. Oh, okay. So the University of, does it say Readers? Who is that? I don't know. Meteorologist department says global warming is making jet streams narrow currents and are moving faster. So then the planes flying along them drop and lose altitude. It causes chaos. So who wants to get on a damn flight anymore, period? For one, they're outrageously expensive. For two, the planes are falling apart in the sky. And if the plane doesn't fall apart, apparently you're going to hit a jet stream and drop 3,000, 6,000 feet in elevation. Yeah, I think I'll just drive. Thank you very much. I'll just drive. Gas prices are high, so stay in your district. Just stay in your district and you don't have to worry about this, right? You know, they've set out some new districts too. Okay, so let's hear from Mr. Elon Musk. He wants you to know what he does all day. Do you know what he does all day? He engineers. Okay, let's hear it.
I think.
Oh, it's quiet.
A lot of people don't realize, like, what I do 80% of the time is engineering. So
80% of the time he's engineering.
You know, it's actually quite rare for me to give a talk. And
It's quite
my
rare for him to
day-to-day
talk in public.
work at SpaceX and Tesla is almost entirely engineering and design, and also production. Production is key, but although I consider that to be part of engineering.
Dude, that guy got a Neuralink put in his head. I would 100% bet on that. I would bet that he has a Neuralink. Ever since he did the first human trials on that thing, he has had this weird delay when he does talk to people. Am I the only one who's noticed it? And people are like, oh, no, he's just really smart. He's thinking about what he's going to say next. No, he's waiting for that processor to fucking to get doing what it's got to do. But let us remember who Elon really is, right? So here he is, the founder of PayPal. Oh, yeah, look at him. Not the same dude, right? Not the same dude. Balding, bugging eyes, big old bags under his eyes. Yeah, not the same guy. That's creepy. That is so creepy. Isn't that creepy? That's what he used to look like. He doesn't look like he's seen the sun in freaking 5 years in that picture, right? We've all seen him with his shirt off. That's just as scary at the end of the day. Hey, did you guys see this? Morgan Spurlock died. The filmmaker behind Super Size Me. You know, he did another one too. I think it was on healthcare in the U.S., if I remember right. But yeah, he died of cancer at 53 years old. 53 years old. Well, I guess we know how that McDonald's experiment turned out for him. So the Oscar-nominated documentarian and director from West Virginia famously ate fast food for 30 days to create his hit 2004 film, during which Spurlock claimed only consumed McDonald's menu items for all 3 meals, which people said, oh, bullshit, he ate other stuff. Even if it doesn't matter if he ate other stuff, he ate that much McDonald's, which highlighted the radical impact that the diet had on his physical and psychological health. Do you guys remember that? He went to the doctor like 30 days later. The doctor, like, you have to quit this. You're going to die. Like, you've gained 70 pounds. And yeah, you're not sleeping. You can't breathe. Your blood pressure's through the roof and your cholesterol's insane. And we wonder how he ended up with cancer. I don't know what kind of cancer it was. Maybe it was colon cancer. I'm not sure. He was a heavy drinker. Oh, was it pancreatic cancer? Thanks, Mouse FS. That very well could have been too, right? Heavy drinking will take you out young. It's happened to many of my family members. Oh, guess what? The doctors are preparing for bird flu. Do you know how they're preparing? Well, that's right. They're getting their TikToks warmed up. Let's see. Am I going to take a hit for this? Okay. I don't know if I'm going to take a copyright for that, because that's probably a copyrighted song, would be my guess. But yeah, you give up. I know, right? They are really beating the drums on this bird flu. If you haven't noticed, like, earthworms are dying of N1H1. You should be scared. Be scared. And why is this happening now? Well, I think it has a lot to do with the WHO's pandemic treaty that they're trying to shove down all of our throat. Gotta love a polka. I do love a good polka. I think it's the Jew in me. I don't know. But yeah, so we're just going to keep an eye on this. And we know that when it comes down to it, they won't have your back. They're going to force mandates on you, tell you should take an experimental boop boop, and they'll just get out there and do their TikToks at the end of the day. So, you know, American healthcare, what can you say? I totally believe. You want me to take it? 2 hits. 2 hits. Okay, let's talk about your fruit and veggies. We all want to eat healthier, right? I know I'm trying to eat healthier. I've cut out seed oils and engine lubricants at the end of the day. No more corn oil and no more canola. We're not doing that anymore. I figure if I got to fry something, it's either going to be in real lard, it's going to be in butter, or it's going to be in coconut oil. Pretty much just been using coconut oil for everything, and I kind of like the taste of it and everything. But let's hear how long fruit will last nowadays, because, you know, all the fruit has been treated with Bill Gates's appeal and other chemicals to make them, you know, last on the shelf forever, I guess. This is gross. Check it out.
October 2023, October 4th, 2023, I got this apple from Universal Studios Resort I was staying in. I put it in my backpack and I thought, wow, that apple will be a perfect snack for later when I'm at the theme park and I need something a little bit refreshing. I forgot about the apple. I found it a week later when I'm home, and the apple was in perfect condition. I thought, interesting. I don't know any apple that could last the heat for that long and be in perfect condition. Today, it is April 30th, 2024, and this is the apple. It has developed its first bruise. It has been in my refrigerator, sitting in the back, waiting and waiting for it to go bad, but it does not go bad. What are you putting in these apples? Where are you getting these apples? This is not Disney World. Keep your poison apples to yourself.
They're all poisoned apples at the end of the day. But wait, there's more. It's not just apples. Everybody loves a good watermelon, right? But just know, if something should not be in season, it's probably not really in season, and what you're buying has been modified at the end of the day, including watermelons. You know, I just chopped up a watermelon yesterday, I want to say, and I didn't know to test it this way, but the next one I cut, I will. So check it out. Even your watermelons are fake. You got fake melons, man. Oh, come on. Go back. Come on. There we go.
Chemically injected watermelons are hitting the market. Apparently, because they're in such high demand that they are injecting the ones that aren't ready with chemicals so that they look riper and redder and they last longer on shelves. Like, how many of these videos do I have to make? I am making a video like this, I feel like weekly, of something new that's hitting our grocery stores that is like ridiculous. So I'm going to teach you how to not buy one of these watermelons by what this post is saying to look out for. So number one, if you cut the watermelon and rub a cotton ball on it or a paper towel and it turns dark red, that means that the fruit has been injected with this chemical. Also, if it has white dust on the rind, I feel like I've definitely bought a watermelon with white dust. I just kind of like figured it was from like the transit
I just figured it was
in
pesticides.
The watermelon trucks. And apparently you should look for ones that have the yellow patch, which I have always been told make your watermelon sweeter if it has a yellow patch on it. You know, like you always see people tapping the watermelons, right? Isn't that how you learn to pick a watermelon? That's how I learned to pick a watermelon. So it'll be naturally sweet in flavor and ripe if it has yellow on it. You should probably go give your kid some
watermelon, honey. He's crying.
Here's how to not eat chemicals 101.
So there you are. Don't eat chemicals. Just rub a paper towel on it. If that paper towel turns bright red like a watermelon, and it's been injected with dye, it should be no color or very light color on your paper towel. If you cut it and you wipe the counter off and you see a bunch of red, well, you're eating a bunch of dye and poison. So I don't know how. The only way around this is to buy local, buy source, know where your food's coming from, and try to go as organic as you can at the end of the day. What else can we do? Okay, so let's talk about parasites. Do you have parasites other than the U.S. government? You might, because the U.S. government's lying to you about everybody having parasites. This grossed me out. But don't worry. I brought you guys a remedy and a cure for this too. So let's start out with what the problem is.
Do you believe that I have a lab tech that worked in an all-women's hospital in the United States who went to school for 4 years for parasitology, so she does have an understanding of parasites and what she is looking for. The results that she was finding in these women coming in with UTIs, urinary tract infections, was showing parasitic larvae.
No.
She was putting them in her report. And the doctor of the lab was removing them from the reports. So these women with urinary tract infections was never getting properly diagnosed in the United States. See, they're not allowed to tell you if you have parasites. No, the CDC and HHS does not allow that. Because if you actually found out what ailed you and got cured, got the proper treatment, you wouldn't need your doctor. You wouldn't need your big pharma pills anymore. She will be part of the documentary.
Ooh, she's gonna do a documentary.
To blow the whistle on what the truth is. Parasites are very common, and most people have them.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. I already have
Some of the
things living in
symptoms
my eyebrows and
of
eyelashes.
parasites that most people don't know is gastrointestinal issues. So we're going to say things like IBS or IBD, Crohn's disease, colitis, appendicitis,
A lot of people have all that.
cholecystitis or gallstones, kidney stones,
I had gallstones.
thyroid issues, hyper and hypo, diabetes, cancer, brain fog,
Oh shit.
your
Oh,
heart rate
shit. Spoolie worm is in my head.
fluctuations up or down, or both, your teeth breaking, your bones breaking easily,
Oh, I had that too.
blood pressure,
I have that too. Fuck, I'm just a parasite. What can I say at the end of the day? Holy crap. Okay, what can you do about it? Well, of course, we all know the I word that you weren't allowed to say on YouTube for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, right? You guys know the I word. The horse paste? Yeah, the horse paste. Well, that'll clean you out in a second, for sure. But here is a home remedy I came across to eliminate the 5-year-old poop that's in your system. Yes, they said 5-year-old poop. Okay, let's hear it.
Take out all that stuck poop with this home remedy. Take out those farts, bad air.
Take out those farts.
Does your mouth stink? Clean the inside of your stomach with this natural purgant. Come, I'll share it with you so that it's super clean. If you are constipated, it's ideal for you. This is going to take all that poop out of months.
Out of
Those
months?
farts, bad air, will cleanse you and take away even your bad breath. It's going to tear you up even your sins. You are going to bring a cup of water to a boil and add a pinch of salt. You are also going to add a pinch of sugar. Half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of sugar. You are going to let them boil very well. And since it's boiling for about 5 minutes like this, you're going to put it in a cup. You are going to squeeze the juice of half a lemon and mix it very well.
So lemon, sugar, and
You are
salt.
going to
Come
take it on an empty
on.
stomach. This is going to take you out even the intestinal parasites.
I don't believe that.
It's going to clean your intestine. He's going to take out that hard stuck poop that even smells of your belly that you can't
Smells
go
like
do.
your belly.
He's going to clean you. He's going to get those farts out. He's going to get that air out of
Who
you.
wrote this script for the
Try
AI?
it and you'll see how he's going to send you to the bathroom immediately. It will clean your stomach.
I'm with him. Huh? What? Lime? Yeah, I don't know. A little squirt of lemon, a teaspoon of sugar, and a pinch of salt and some water is supposed to clean you out? I don't think so. But I do know that when I was a kid, we always played in the dirt, and my family was pretty holistic. I had those hippie parents, and Mom would take a whole clove of garlic, peel it, and she'd wrap it in a piece of bread, and she'd shove it in your mouth, tell you to swallow it. You didn't want to bite down on it because it was garlic, and yeah, that would definitely clean you out. They say fresh garlic, raw garlic is the best way to do it. So I don't know. Are we all plagued with parasites other than these fucking elected officials? Probably at the end of the day. But hey, good news, because there's a new urinal that tests urine for disease. Will they make these mandatory? I don't know. Will they make these mandatory? Like, you're go pee in that urinal so we know. I mean, they want to track every bit of your health. I mean, they're already doing it with these damn phones. You got the health tracker on there that's already tracking everything. So why would this be any different than pissing in a cup, right? At the end of the day, they own you, and they either want you healthy and working for them, or they want you poisoned and taking their freaking drugs. That's the only choice you have in America. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is how dangerous your cell phone is. Check this out. This is kind of scary. Do not sleep with your cell phone charging under your pillow. Do not sleep with your cell phone charging anywhere close to anything that could be covered up, because you could be in serious danger.
Phone charger plugged in. Right? What's what happen when I plug it in? It becomes a transmitter for electric.
That's crazy.
Right, and look how far.
They always say to
transmits
unplug
it.
your cord when you're not using it because it emits so much crap.
So if you're laying in bed with that next to your head, that is all going into your head.
Yeah, I was bad
signals.
about that.
That's electric.
Electric.
Come off there, yeah. And if you're on the phone,
Yeah, that was it.
touch my hand now. Watch what happens when I pick my phone up when it's charging. So that is going right into your body now. All that electric is not
Dude,
just going into the
Snorky,
phone.
are you out there?
It's
What
going
the
right-
hell? Oh my gosh. Do not use your phone if it's plugged into a wall, and do not put it under your pillow. I was guilty of that for many years, right? I just plugged my phone in, slide it under my pillow. That way, if it vibrated, I knew I had a message, somebody was calling, whatever. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I used to pack it around right here too. I don't do that either. It's all dangerous. No matter what these big companies say to you, they have not, the work they have done in testing this, they know it's fucking dangerous, and all they've done is cover it up. And the government hasn't required them to meet any fucking standards when it comes to this shit. They just go, oh yeah, it's a good product, leave them alone. This is the funniest, cringiest thing that came out all weekend. All weekend. Okay, so you guys know I love Canva. And Canva is how we make all of our cards. I make my bumpers. I make my openers. It's like Photoshop and clip art on steroids, right? And we love it. It's great. But they're a little out of fucking touch. Check this out. They had a convention or a conference this weekend. And I did notice that Canva was advertising, you know, a big reset. And they are adding a lot of cool AI features to it. But this is so out of touch. It's just funny.
Canva Create, we've talked about a lot. Can we just take a minute to recap? Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. You can redesign your work. Canva got that glow up. We redesign everything from the flow up. Customize your workspace and make it your own. Ooh, now you making magic when you up in the zone.
Up, sir. Yes, I'm talking to all of you up there.
Did you invite?
You guys know what's happening? All right. But what about me?
Who is you?
A CIO from an enterprise, see, and I have some doubts.
Security.
That's right, and I'd like to have some certainty. Nice that you got some pretty shiny things, but can you meet the demands of a global machine? We got pretty high stakes, no room to air. We need more than a cute little post to share.
So you think Canva can't go deep, but we can see that your teams actually disagree. Design departments really our dream. More than on the surface, our service is serving teams.
Color me intrigued, but I'm not yet sold. Security.
Said that already, it's getting old.
Logs, SIM, SSO. Can you really tell me that there's very much control?
You can even manage automated licensing, compliancy, there's privacy.
Okay, I can see, but is it likely for you to integrate all of our systems easily?
Actually, matter of fact, you see, we can integrate them all, even Slack, believe.
Okay, I'm impressed, but AI, what's the deal?
That's where it comes in the Canva shield. We don't train on your work without your permission. Safe and secure, if that is what you wish it.
API, custom solution.
Yes, the API is tailored for you, so
my
you
God.
can chase your dreams.
Is it
and do what you do.
1994?
Hey, that's really great and incredible.
True.
Hey, I'm sold. Did we just become friends? Bonding over how much we love Canva to the end.
You know what, bud? I think that you're fine. The future is bright with Canva Enterprise. You opened up my eyes to Canva Enterprise. Now we are on the rise, cause Canva does it all and we feel it alright. What?
Hands up from
Opens up my eyes to Canva Enterprise. Now we are on the rise, cause Canva does it all and we feel it alright. Let's go!
Let's go! What is this? Are these the Fly Girls from In Living Color? Like, this is so out of date and so crazy. So stupid. That was crazy. So Canva, yeah, we all use Canva. And if you watched that engineering show that Oz did a couple of weeks ago where we all came on and we talked about the things that we use to do our streaming, we all agreed that Canva was great. But this is so cringy and out of date. I don't know who their project manager was, but they must be like 80. I don't know. Oh, it's so bad. This was a last-minute ad. Let's see. New advertising concept would turn the night sky into ads. People would see brands instead of seeing the stars when they look up. If I ever look up at the night sky, and see a space billboard, I'm becoming a T-word. Yeah, you're right. But hey, it's good for advertising all kinds of things, right? Mega's all over it. I wonder how much a billboard's going to cost you in the night sky, right? Can you imagine? You know, all the Walmarts across the country are being refitted right now. Is your Walmart under construction? You know mine is. I've been bitching about it, and you can't find anything in that store because they literally are just hiding shit. Like, hair and makeup is now half in the dog food section and half in the cheese section. Like, it's so insane. And apparently, they are resetting because they are getting ready to start doing drone delivery. Now, apparently, they have drone delivery in a couple of places already in the bigger cities. They've rolled it out. So literally you just order what you're going to order and then you go outside and wait for your drone to come drop your shit on your porch or in your driveway. And yeah, that is the future. So I just want to know, is it going to be billboards with drones just flying through it constantly? Is that what the future sky looks like? You don't need to see no stars. No, they don't exist anyways, right? Okay, I think we're getting down to Hollyweird. I do have a couple of things in Hollyweird. Let's see. In Denmark, there are libraries where you can borrow a person instead of a book to listen to their life story for 30 minutes. The goal is to fight prejudice. Each person has a title: unemployed, refugee, bipolar, etc. But listening to their story, you realize how much you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. This innovative project is active in 85 countries. It's called the Human Library. That's kind of cool. I would like to do that with the trailer park. Like, dude, you could hear some fucking stories if you just like knocked on random doors in the trailer park. So this is what, Svalbard, Norway. It is the only place in the world where you can live and work indefinitely without a visa, no matter where you come from. Now, I think that that's probably going to be important to know in the future, but here's the thing. It's freaking cold there. It's like close to the North Pole, from what I understand. So if you're looking to escape, you might want to pack your snowsuit. Hollywood, go fuck yourself. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, yeah. Humiliation ritual. Do you guys see this one? This is Harry Styles. And they do this all the time to these guys, right? I say fuck that. He likes doing it. No, don't call it a humiliation ritual. Just like John Cena liked dressing up and going naked on, you know, the set of... what was it, the Emmys this year? Okay, did you see Nicki Minaj got arrested in Amsterdam? Yes, okay, come on. How many of us grew up saying, I'm going to go to Amsterdam and smoke some weed, right? Because it was the only place in the fucking world that marijuana was allowed for a long time. In the 80s, 90s, I don't know when it was passed. But apparently you are not allowed to travel into the country with marijuana. You can only secure it once you get there. Nikki effed up. She flew in with it. And of course, they didn't shake her down on her way out. They shook her down on her way in. So let's check it out.
Tell me again.
The police officer told me we have to offload all the luggage.
Okay.
And to search everything
Okay.
of your luggage. I'm so sorry to say that.
But isn't that what you planned on doing from the get-go? Why didn't you guys search it before it went on the plane?
They did just a random quick check, but now they want to open
Why?
it. And first of all, because you filmed him, and he was like...
Because I filmed him? Where am I going? For what? For what? Why am I going here?
Hello.
Yeah.
You're under arrest. I'm the police officer. I'm the deputy of the public prosecutor. We will bring you to the police station. Yes?
For what?
You can go because you are carrying drugs.
I'm not carrying drugs.
Okay, but it's not a question here. I think it's...
I'm not
smart to
carrying
go
drugs.
inside.
Number one, when I came here,
Yeah.
the
Okay,
back...
you can go inside.
No, I'm not going in there. I need a lawyer present.
You will get a lawyer. It's
No,
no
I
problem.
need a lawyer present now.
Okay, please.
Where am I going? I have no idea where
You
I'm
have
going.
to go to the police station.
What address is that?
It's 5 minutes away. It's 5 minutes away.
What's the address of the police precinct?
When you will get your next show, we have to do it very fast, and we will help. But
Don't worry, we'll get
You're
you to
talking
your
about my
next
show?
show.
Yes. What about
We're
it?
gonna book you and let you go.
Yeah, we said they will help to try to get you there.
That
They'll
was
help to try to get me
America,
to my
Yes.
show.
and it
How?
wasn't a celebrity. You be getting your ass kicked.
Do it as soon as possible. But we
What
can...
am I doing? What am I doing? I
You
never
are
gave
under
anyone.
arrest.
I never. So I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But under arrest for what?
So for you know.
I'm under arrest for what?
This guy is so
Do you know what happened when I came
We
here?
have to go inside.
Huh? What you said?
Can you please stop filming? It's just nothing.
No, I need a lawyer, because I don't know where I'm going.
America, that cop would be like, smack your camera out of your hand and make you eat concrete.
Then we'll go as fast as possible.
And
There
who's
is
going
no
in this vehicle?
So please step.
You will go with.
She was not getting in that vehicle. She's like, I ain't getting in that. I need a lawyer. I don't know how this turned out. I think they probably just charged her, you know. I think it would be just a simple possession. I don't know what the laws are in Amsterdam, but you're not allowed to fly in with weed. You're only allowed to buy it when you get there. So Nikki was smart. She got her camera out. But come on, if that was America, oh my gosh, they would not be saying please and thank you. And, well, don't worry, we'll get you to your show on time. I mean, they obviously know she's an international superstar. So why they're even bothering with this crap, I guess, to raise awareness to the issue, maybe? I don't know. Funny. Did you guys see this? This is a foreign actress who tried to wear a dress with a picture of Jesus on the back. Well, we all know that the Illuminati don't like Jesus coming to their parties, so they said no. Check this out. Oh, God, dang it. You guys and your stupid. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take a hit for that if I let it play any further. Why do you guys got to put these tracks behind here that get us all hit? Okay, I muted it. Now we'll try again. Because if I mute it overall on YouTube, then it mutes all of them. So I have to actually go mute the one. There we go. Okay, so watch the security guards fight her. Look, she's just trying to unravel her dress so she can walk up the stairs and everybody can see her dress. You're allowed to wear a dress with a statement on it for every other goddamn thing, right? We see it constantly. AOC, tax the rich. But when she wants to just merely express her religion, whether you agree with it or not, it's her fucking statement. She should be allowed to say it. But, oh, God, these Satanists? Oh, hell no. Not at their party. Not happening. Like, she gets mad here in a second. Like, get the fuck off me. Yeah, stop. Stop. Just get off of me. She should be allowed to do this. This is insane that she wasn't. Whether you agree with it or not, right? They shouldn't have tried to stop her. She should absolutely, like they pick it up and grab it on the way back up anyways. Nice statement, I guess. I mean, in these crazy times, who knows? But still, they shouldn't have stopped her from wearing the dress at the end of the day. That's my take on it. Kate, guess what? We've got new info on the Princess of Wales. She will not be seen in public for the next year. We've been telling you this. You guys know my conspiracy on this. I think something bad happened on December 28th. Either there was an altercation and she got injured, or she did some self-harming. Either way, nobody has seen or heard from the Princess of Wales since December 28th, even though they keep dropping these videos and trying to tell us that she's out there. We ain't buying it. Exclusive, the Princess of Wales will probably not appear in public for the rest of the year. And is being surrounded by her birth family as she continues a course of preventative chemotherapy, having been diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. That's right. Remember the video that came out where she said she had cancer, but William wasn't with her in the video, and now they're saying her birth family was around her. And here on the other hand, this is what seems even more shady, is William just got named the UK's third sexiest man in 2024. But the kicker is they keep inviting these handmaidens, the ladies in waiting, to kind of participate like he's a fucking bachelor or something. Like they keep showing up at parties, and I don't think that him and Kate are together anymore. I'm just saying. Who knows what they did. My favorite conspiracy is that her and used her blood to paint the portrait of Charles. Hey, it very well could be. You never underestimate those people. But I will tell you, there is something very shady about all of this at the end of the day. Very shady. They've had many opportunities to just save face, let her come out and actually interact with the public, even for 5 fucking minutes, just to reassure us that she's fine. But they have yet to do it. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. And you guys know I think there's something seriously up here. But who knows if we'll know what it is. What is this? The royal family unexpectedly cancels all their plans for the next month. Next month, King Charles has cleared his schedule. Queen Camilla, I thought she was the queen consort. I didn't think they could call her queen. Anyways, she cleared her schedule. Prince William has cleared his schedule. The royal family will postpone events which may appear to divert attention or distract from the election campaign. So they're saying, oh, it's because it's the election. Yeah, we stay out of it, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, where's mommy? Where's mommy? Okay, we made it to me, Mally. Whoa, there's two of me. How'd there end up with two of me? Sorry about that. Double vision. Let's get through me, Mally, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Let's see. How I can transfer money that is in my mind to my bank account. Yeah, I think about that all day. I don't know how to do that. If you guys know, let me in on that. Me, yay, after decades of hard work, I finally reached the middle class. Inflation, I said you're poor. Yeah, inflation is telling me I'm poor. Me trying to explain to the homeless guy outside 7-Eleven that I too need money for drugs. Right? I too need money for drugs. If I give you this money, then how will I buy weed? Yeah, it doesn't work that well, right? How the fuck are you always so calm every day? I smoke a little bit of pot constantly. I do. When you're smoking with your friends and he all of a sudden starts talking about how awesome NASA is, like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, NASA's not that great. I used to be one of those people that thought NASA was amazing. I know better now, right? Live and learn. I don't steal your memes. I share our memes. That's how this goes. And when someone says they're stealing my meme, I'm like, yeah, spread that shit. I really am. Please, spread the memes. That's what they're there for. This meme is not allowed in your country. Canada. Not again. Come on. God. Canada blocking everything because that's what they do. Oh, Canada, you're hopeless. Unless it's Brazil, then it's being blocked and censored by the CIA. We all know that, right? And other global South states. Let's see. Hey, kids, here's some identification you need for the rest of your life, but you're not allowed to laminate it. We went ahead and printed it on a gas station toilet paper for you. But here's the funny frickin' thing, right? A lot of places still do require your social security card as a form of ID, right? Oh, you'll need your ID, you'll need your social security card, you'll need blah, blah, blah. I did laminate mine because fuck the system, I don't listen. And mine's holding up pretty well since I laminated, I gotta say. I mean, I've had quite a few of them because you guys know I'm the Elizabeth Taylor of my family. But yeah, my newest one, I laminated as soon as I got it. I was like, screw this. So what are they going to do? Take away my birthday? And you know what? I'll cut those tags off the bottom of a pillow and a mattress too. Who's old enough to remember when these came wrapped in tinfoil? Oh, I am. And they don't taste the same now. They really freaking don't. Since Hostess sold and some other company bought it, now they come in plastic wrappers. They're just not the same. There was something so special about that little puck that was wrapped in silver that you knew was in the bottom of your lunch bag. It makes me so sad. Oh, she had to cut mattress tags. Villainous. I know, I'm a villain. You know. That's what Pee Wee Herman taught us when we were kids. You're not supposed to cut those tags. Say here, we left England. It says here we left England because taxation is theft. I don't know. Maybe they got that wrong. Taxes are the price we pay to live in a civilized society. The society. Yeah, it's not very civilized, is it? Beheading babies. That's what we do. And what is this one? The best we can do is to run occult wisdom, alchemy, and numerology through the Ebonics Pedowood Ghetto filter. Oh, that's a burn. Come on, you guys know that one's a burn, right? I covered this last Monday. This is Terrence Howard, the movie star who is now the smartest guy on the planet for some reason, and he's hanging out over at Mammy's house, you know, mainstream alternative media, Joe Rogan's. I'm not talking shit on Joe, and I will watch Joe, but I do think that Spotify and YouTube, they know that if they want a narrative pushed, they can push it on the Joe Rogan show. Just saying. I mean, Joe can have his opinions, but he's still going to bring people on with those narratives. So at the end of the day, it's just mainstream alternative media. If you haven't watched that weird-ass podcast, it was kind of mind-melting. I mean, pretty much we came out of it knowing that there is no gravity. Gravity is just made up. It doesn't exist. I still haven't quite wrapped my mind around that. Because if gravity doesn't exist, why does shit fall on the ground? Like, if I spit, why is it going to go down, not up? You guys used to tell me that was because of gravity. Now what's it because of? Make this simple, please. Make this simple. Adult life, I need a day between every day to recover from the day before and prepare for the upcoming day. I do. I so do. I don't think this is a 50s thing either. I'm getting old starter pack. This is way too sweet. I do say that. They're remaking this movie already? Yeah, right? My back hurts. My back does hurt. I'm not even kidding. I've been up since like 3:30 and I couldn't breathe for the first hour. I don't know what. I pulled a muscle, I'm assuming. Wait, people get mad at me about that now? Yeah. Let's see. I can't eat that. It's going to fuck up my stomach. Oh my God. That's a big one for me. That like, there's so much stuff I love. Like I love cauliflower or broccoli or cabbage. I don't dare touch any of that shit. I will be dying in pain for the next 2 days. Popcorn, it gets me every time. Like there's some things I just can't eat now. Let's see. Turn on the radio and groans. I don't like the new music. I gotta say, it's all just sampled remakes of all the shit that we listened to when we were young. And these kids, I remember when we were kids and Tiffany's, I Think We're Alone Now came out, right? And I remember my mom being like, oh, well, that's a remake. That was a famous song when we were young. And I was just shocked. Like, what? They just remake songs. And then as you got older, you realized how much of the music you were listening to was recycled from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Well, it's still the same now. It's just recycled from even more decades. And everything's auto-tune nowadays too. That's another gross one for me. Auto-tune and AI. That's what we have to look forward to. So, love the old artists. What was your first car? I want to see in the chat. You guys start telling me what your first car. This was my first car. It was a 78 Toyota Celica GT 5-speed. And it was just like this one, but it had the rack on the back window. You know what I'm talking about? It was like a luggage rack, but it's not on the roof of the car. It's more on the hatchback part of it. I love that car. I only had that car a couple of months, and I was pregnant. I was like 9 months pregnant, so I was letting my mom drive for some reason. I don't even know why she was driving. It was my car, probably because she's mom, right? And she's hauling ass down this gravel road that we used to live on because we used to live in this commune. It was called Morgan's Marsh, and it was all these welfare teenage moms. And anyways, and we knew there had been a car accident further down the road and that there was EMTs and whatnot responding. I don't know why my mother forgot this for a second. And we hit that loose gravel, went head on to a big Chevy Caprice. Remember the old cop car like Chevy Caprices? And that car was so damn solid. It was made with real fucking metal. It crunched the front corner panel. We were probably doing 30 miles an hour. And we just drove away. I mean, I knew the kid that we hit. We all went to school. I went to school with them. Like, your car's messed up. My car's messed up. You know, that was back before the days of milking somebody's insurance. And that car still ran for like another year after that car accident. And then I totaled it. I finished it off one morning. I didn't see a car coming in my blind spot doing 60 miles an hour. And I moved into the other lane and we collided fender to end. And that car died in a graveyard, auto yard. Makes me sad. What was your first cars? Come on, tell me what your first cars were. Your dad's selling the old Chevy Silverado tomorrow for some money. Cars right now are so expensive. You guys know my car. I'm on foot lately, so I've been looking at cars. Like, okay, it's probably going to be cheaper for me to buy a car than to fix my car, even though I have a pretty nice vehicle. But it needs thousands of dollars worth of work, so maybe I should just get a little stump jumper, as we called them. There is no stump jumpers out there anymore. I mean, people blow my mind at what they're asking for these cars, like totally broken down, probably doesn't run, 1995 Taurus, $4,500. What the fuck? Like, yeah, but I get it. The economy is crazy. So people are going to be asking a lot of money for their cars at the end of the days. You flipped your first vehicle 3 times. Great Midtime. You were lucky. Holy crap. I don't even have a driver's license yet, but someday you will. Retro gamer, you can get a license. You just got to read the book and go do it. I did help my girlfriend with her Volkswagen, an 88 Volkswagen. I do like the VWs. I had a 96, was it a 2006? I had a Passat. I really liked that car. It was fast, man. That car was fast. But the problem with it is everything that it needed was outrageous because it was foreign, you know. The simplest of things was $300-400 to fix on that car. So I was kind of glad to see it go. Love my 78 T-Bird P-Stub. Yes, the T-Birds. See, I love the late 60s and early 70s cars, like 68 to 78. That's what I want. But they're all fucking classics now. Like, God damn it. You could get those for cheap when we were young at the end of the day. I love this reface. Thank you, Oz. That's a great reface. My first Harley was a 71 Sportster. Nice, Kate. It was an Iron Head. I know a lot of people that would really appreciate that, Kate. But I don't expect anything less from you, Kate. No, not at the end of the day. My last car was a BMW. Yeah, I like the Beamers, but they're expensive to work on too, right? Mustang Boss, the 69 Mustang Boss 302 Steve Guy. Wow. I love the Mustangs, I got to tell you. For sure. You know, and I wish I would have held on to these older cars. Like, oh my God, some of the cars I had, like this in mint condition would make a ton, I'd sell it for a ton of money. My ex-son-in-law, he restores old like Nissans and stuff, and he's done a great job. He's rebuilt a couple of Z300s, you know, those old, we had a Z obsession in my family. We've owned quite a few of them. Kind of Nissan drivers in this family. I totaled my stepfather's 71 Mercury Montego station wagon with the wood paneling. Oh, say it's not so, Desert Mantis. Not the wood paneling. No. Those cars were so solid, you could drive them into a fucking wall and still walk away, right? If I won the lottery, I would get a 56 Olds. I hear ya. 56 Olds, 88. Let's see. I still have my Lexus SC300. You know, driving Miss Macy, those are good cars. My brother had one of those Lexus SC300s. They hold together pretty well. Parts are kind of, spendy on them, but everybody I know who has one of those, which they're just a glorified Toyota, if I remember right? The body style is still Toyota. Toyota RAV83. Yeah, Toyota produces very reliable ones. They do, and that's why the resale on Toyota is insane. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of a little bit of a gearhead sometimes. I don't know why I dumped that on you, but there you go. I do like my vehicles. I know a lot about vehicles. I grew up around cars. I worked in, I was a service writer, and I managed a auto shop not too long ago. So, yeah. I'm joining the war. The war on orcas, on the side of the orcas. Heck yeah. And I'm standing outside the yacht club playing orca sounds. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Standing outside the yacht club playing orca sounds. That is too funny. They're all like, no, protect my yacht. At the end of the day. All evil, ruthless individuals who want to rule the universe. The other is Darth Vader. Hey, my kitty not evil, but he does want to rule the universe. I'm sorry, Jack, there's not enough room. That's the way I feel every night sleeping. My cats freaking dogpile me every night. They have to be touching me when I'm sleeping at night. I don't know what that is. Oh, I just learned a new trick. I can use my little rolly thing to go to the next slide. I don't have to click anymore. That's going to make life so much easier. A photograph taken of cats before and after she called them beautiful. Yeah, that's a cat for you, right? And should children be taught how to grow food as a part of their schooling? Hell yeah, they should. What do you guys think? I absolutely think they should. We have one of our state mental health facilities, and they used to have a big greenhouse, and the patients could work in there, and they tore it down to renovate and expand to make more room, because we don't do group homes in this country anymore. We just lock you in a state facility. Very sad that they took, because it's so therapeutic to put your hands in the dirt It absolutely is. I never was a big gardener till like the last 10 years. And I went overboard this year. Once they start growing, I'll take pictures and show you guys. But like I had a rule, no flowers this year. If I can't eat it, I can't grow it. And my whole yard is nothing but radishes and lettuce and onions and garlic and green beans and squash and pumpkins and you name it. That's what I planted. So we shall see how it turns out. It's kind of cold this year. It's really cold this year. Julian Assange, sadly, Julian Assange is still at Belmarsh, but you can write him. There is the address. And Gabriel Shipton, Assange's brother, Gabriel's a total sweetheart. Oh my God. Like, seriously, I've met a lot of people in the world in the last 10 years. Gabriel was one of the truly nicest people. And if that's a reflection of how Assange is too, it makes my heart break even more. So he was at the Libertarian Convention. He's getting interviewed by Derek Bros of all people. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hey everyone, this is Derek Bros of the Conscious Resistance Network. I'm here at the Libertarian National Convention in DC with Gabriel Shipton, the brother of Julian Assange. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, Derek.
I just heard you give a really passionate speech downstairs, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but we did just have an update this week with Julian's situation. Could you share a little bit about that? How what's the next step, and what was the results?
So the next step is Julian's lawyers, I think, have to have until today to get back to the judges with their schedule. And then the judges will choose a date for this appeal hearing that the judges essentially gave leave for Julian to appeal. I think what's incredibly interesting about this decision is that there was two assurances that the US had given the UK courts. One was related to the death penalty, and the other was related to freedom of expression rights or First Amendment rights if Julian was extradited here. Now, the assurance given on the First Amendment rights the judges found was not adequate, and so this really sets up a hearing that is all going to be about freedom of expression in the United Kingdom and about how the US DOJ is using its espionage laws to reach into the United Kingdom and suppress freedom of expression there. So the judges, I think, for the first time really expressed acknowledge the gravity of their decision, not just for Julian, but for how it's going to affect everybody in the United Kingdom.
And
okay, well, that's 5 minutes long. You can go over to Derek Bros' X feed if you want to watch the whole entire interview. I love Gabriel. He's such a sweetheart. And keep fighting for Assange. Assange is still trending daily. Keep it up. You guys are freaking killing it. You know, I've been in a lot of movements, and there's only been two movements that I have actually been a part of that I would say were effective. One of those was a Kratom movement because it was nonpartisan. People didn't care if you were Republican, liberal, Ron Paul supporters were standing next to Bernie supporters. That's what made that one work because we pushed back on the DEA. And the other one would be the Assange activists because, yet again, it is nonpartisan, just people coming together to protect a journalist who told the truth about American war crimes at the end of the day. Mr. Worthless Eater says he had a 64.5 Mustang, had to work on it outside near blizzard weather in 77, changing the rod ends. See, that's what's wrong with my vehicle right now is I need new hub assemblies, which I guess is like the rod ends, but I know about the 64.5 Mustang because my Aunt Sophie, who survived Auschwitz, had one. Yes, in her garage in mint condition. And like the whole family was frothing at the mouth when she passed on to get that car. The 64.5 is a big freaking deal. Like it's one of the most sought after, if I remember, when it comes to Mustangs. So that is very cool, Mr. Worthless Eater. Okay, guys, I think we've made it out of here. Joey's coffee in your cup. Make sure you reach out to Oz and get some. I got some for my birthday, and I'm freaking savoring it. Like, I make myself drink like 5 pots of U-Ban, and then I can have 1 pot of Joey's. It's so good, and you know it. You can smell it. You can taste it. I don't care which one you get. They're all amazing. This is a cute little... He's camping, too. Oh, look, a little puppy in the trailer park. Aw. We call it the puppy park, right? That's too cute. And yeah, shout out. Thanks to Indie Media. We've just been showing off our awards. Hey, we don't get very many awards around here, so we love them when we get them. And yeah, this year we were the class of 2023 Indie Media Awards, top live streamer, Beauty and the Boomer, and Trailer Park Pundit. So thank you so much for all the support. Make sure that you're supporting Indie Media. I got to remember that I can scroll. I don't have to look down now. Ah, look at that. If you want to help me out, there you are. There is my PayPal. PayPal is the best way to get me. Venmo or Cash App. You can at Trailer Park Pundit me, or unsolicited dick pics are not impressive. Please send unsolicited money instead. Thank you very much. And thank you all again for the amazing birthday this week. It was awesome. I felt loved. I felt seen. I felt heard. You guys just wrapped me up and spoiled the crap out of me. So thank you so much. Okay, I'm scrolling. Ooh, I like that card, Oz. I haven't actually seen it. This is Saturday's card. I want that outfit. Holy crap. I want that skirt. I don't know if I would wear the blazer tucked in with it, but I definitely want that skirt. If my mom was still alive, I'd be like, Mom, make me that skirt. My mom was always making me clothes as an adult. Oh, that's gorgeous. I don't know what song it's going to be. Well, I guess you'll have to tune in this week to find out what song is Oz going to pick for our magic thumbnail. Magic thumbnail. Okay, so I told you guys that we were going to get hit with a 18 and older, but that's okay. I'm going to click through it. Anyways, I want to say goodbye before we get out of here, and I play this closing song. It's going to be Handlebars. I love this song. And I got the idea from Cynic Girl. Thank you so much for the inspiration on this, from using me. I love it. I couldn't play the original that I found, or that got dropped yesterday, but I did find a cover of it that we can get away with. So thank you so much. And Kate and Steve Guy, thank you so much. Grapentine, Rich from Wisconsin, thanks for joining me. Midnight Karma, Bad Cookies made it. Hey, Bad Cookies, what's up? Rick, good to see you. Driving Miss Macy. I threw a bunch of wrenches today, so if you didn't have a wrench in the chat, let me know and I'll make sure you get a wrench, because we do total YouTube democracy here. Everybody gets a wrench. Hey DC, what's up? Good to see you. Been a minute since I shouted you out. Gray Walker joined third party. You got a wrench today. Popeye's had a wrench for a while. Mouse SF, thank you so much for joining me. And, of course, Kusami Kate. Kate, thank you so much for always being out there promoting my stuff. Cobra Commander, good to see you. Hamas are heroes. Do you guys see those Hamas shirts that people are freaking out over? Like, grow up. Oh, my God. There's such better things to be pissed off and freaking out about. But, you know, that's the world we live in. Let me shout out the Rokfin and the Rumble real fast. Oh, sorry, Rokfin or Rumble. I didn't have you pulled up. My bad. Here we go. Oh, and it looks like we got a super chat over there. Let's see. Super chat. Laura says, Roar Media receives tip. Laura, oh, thank you so much for supporting Roar Media over on the Rokfin. Let's see who else is on the Rokfin this morning. Well, Kate's hanging out over there. Kate, you're everywhere. Copeland Morris is hanging out with Tom Cooper. Or is it Cooper. Fred Edwards, there you are. I knew you were around. Anna Maris, thank you so much for joining me. Anna always helping me out with stuff too. I appreciate it. I see you guys out there. Teresa, thank you. Come on, Eyes Work. I got Copeland. I got Laura. I got Copeland. I make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think I got everybody over on the Fin. So, and let's get the Rumble. Adore Jimmy. Is that Jimmy Dore? Yeah, we do adore Jimmy. A little too much. Mr. Worthless Eater, how you doing? Crone of Anarchy, good to see you over on the Rumble. Who else is on the Rumble? A Dingo Ate Me Baby. And Ghost Start. Thank you guys so much for joining me. There will be no Wednesday show. You guys, I got some crazy shit happening in my life right now, and it's just too much to try to turn around and do back-to-back, because to do a Wednesday show, I have to literally start writing as soon as I'm done with the Monday show, and I write all day Tuesday, so we have a big show on Wednesday, and I think I'm just going to pull back the Wednesday show for right now. I think I might have to go back into, slavery. So we'll see. We'll see. But I do plan on doing it to hell and back. I promised you guys we're going to do it to hell and back. Everybody wants to talk kratom. Everybody wants to talk addiction. There's a lot of stuff on the trailer, that we need to talk about. So we're just going to do it to hell and back. I haven't reached out to Pasta. I might just do it alone. But either way, sometime in the next week or two, we will do it to hell and back. So the next time you will see me will be Saturday night for Beauty and the Boomer with Oz. And I hope you'll tune in. Make sure you're following Beauty and the Boomer at the end of the day. Oh, Great Time, did I get you? If I didn't get you, is it? You guys are funny. Somebody spells out Cooper. Yeah, Copper or Cooper. It looks the same to me. I know. It's frustrating. Okay, guys, I am getting the hell out of here. I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing rest of your week. And don't let the man get you down. And remember, you're always welcome in the trailer park. Let's see if I can click through this. So this is going to be Horizon Theory Handlebars. It's a Flowbot cover. Oh, it wouldn't let me click through. Let's try again. Come on. I got it.
Good evening,
See?
my fellow Americans. My fellow citizens. My fellow Americans. My fellow Americans. Good evening. My fellow Americans.
Fellow citizens.
My fellow citizens.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. No handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. No handlebars.
Look at me, hands in the air like it's good to be alive. And I'm a famous rapper even when the paths are all crookedy. I can show you how to do-si-do. I can show you how to scratch a record. I can take apart the remote control and I can almost put it back together. I can tie a knot in a cherry stem. I can tell you about Leif Erikson. I know all the words to De Colores and I'm proud to be an American. Me and my friend saw a platypus. Me and my friend made a comic book. And guess how long it took? I can do anything I want, cause look, I can keep a rhythm with no metronome. No metronome, no metronome. And I can see your face on the telephone, on the telephone, on the telephone. Look at me, just gonna say that it's good to be alive. In such a small world, I'm all curled up with a book to read. I can make money open up a thrift store. I can make a living off a magazine. I can design an engine 64 miles to a gallon.